Volume. No volume. I have no volume here. No volume.
I want to welcome everybody to this wonderful platform. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, you can take it from there.
Okay. Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining the program. I appreciate everybody who has connected to this very program. Thank you so much for joining us, any place you are joining from. If you're joining from Biafra land, you're joining from Asia, from Europe, any part of the world where you're joining from, I appreciate it and I thank you very much for connecting. Today we have come once again to speak up about the situation of our nation called Biafra. I have to remind you once again that each time we come here to talk, we are talking about the nation of Biafra. We are talking about the situation in the land of Biafra. We are not here to preach against anybody or to engage in any saga or talk against anybody or preach hate speech. Our purpose here is only to come and establish the facts of things and also debunk the lies that are being peddled against the Biafran people. On daily basis, you see lies flying all corners, flying in all areas. People saying all manner of things against the Biafran people. A lot of lies. And we cannot keep silent and watch those lies continue to go on. That is why we have continued to come around every Saturday to engage our people, encourage our people on what to do or how to follow up. A lot of things is happening. And as I said last time, that Biafra is much more closer now than it was yesterday. And every one of us must have to be at alert. More things are going to be happening. Even as you're watching this video now, so many things are happening. So many of us have seen a lot of things flying from east, west, north, and south. So many things happening online. Don't get distracted. Everything worketh for good for those who love Chukwuokike Abiama. As long as you're sincerely standing for Biafra with your whole heart, fighting for the freedom of your people, everything is going to work for your own good. Don't be distracted. Don't be discouraged. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, don't be discouraged. Sky is our limit, and Biafra is much more closer than it is before. Today, we are going to talk about so many things today. When you look at the topic, you wrote there, bombshell leaked information from Chukwuokike Abiama. Time for reality. A lot of information are out there for us to digest. This is time for reality. Time to separate the wheat from the chaff. So many things are going on. And we are going to touch so many areas today to keep our people awake, keep our people strong, and keep them watching. As usual, you can join the platform to make your contribution. Any place you are, any place you are joining from, you can come up and make your contribution on any topic that I'm going to present. But before then, I'm going to present the topic we're going to discuss on. While you want to make your contribution, please make your contribution without insult. Don't use vulgar words. Do it as gentle as you can. You can say anything you want to say. You can make a contribution without insulting anybody. Let us be mindful of our word, the word we use when we come online to broadcast. We are not here for saga. We are not here to fight against anybody. We are here to speak up the truth and nothing but the truth. To speak about the situation of Biafra and the struggle, the way forward, and how we are going to move forward and overcome things that are coming after us. Mainly, there are so many propaganda against us, against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, against so many people who are Biafran agitators, against the IPOB. That's the reason why we come online every day, to debunk all the lies. As you can see, the conventional media is already in the hand of the enemy. Very much in the hand of the enemy. There's nothing we can do about it. All we have to do is to continue to fight on, to continue to debunk all their lies, and we'll never relent in our effort. No matter how they try to suppress our pages, no matter how they try to suppress our platform, we will continue to say it, and Chukwuokike Abiama will spread the news for us. So as you have joined this platform, please share the video. Share it on your platform. Share it on your own platform. If you have a page on your WhatsApp group, any group you belong to, share it so that people can join us. Let us share our views together. The first topic we're going to discuss today is about distraction that is coming from the polity. This is an electionary year, and you see a lot of drama that is coming out. There is a major distraction they are having against the Biafrans, and that major distraction is who? Peter Obi. We are going to talk about that distraction. The distraction from Peter Obi, that is the first thing we're going to discuss. After discussing the distraction from Peter Obi, then we'll discuss this. We'll go into another discussion, which is why Biafrans must not participate in election. Do you think we should participate in election, or do you think we shouldn't participate? Already, you know that the Biafran people will not participate. I will give you reasons why we will not participate. If you have any reason you have to give why we will not participate, you come up and give. And if you have another reason, a contrary reason, maybe you have a contrary opinion to tell us why we must participate in the election, you can come up and say it. The link is there. You can click the link and come up and say it. Thirdly, the third one we're going to discuss is about the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, their lies and betrayal to the Igbo cause. The lies and betrayal of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo to the Igbo cause. And the fourth one we're going to discuss, we'll discuss about the Methodist prelate that was released by the kidnappers. The revelation that we got from the clergy that were released, the prelate, Methodist prelate that were released. by the kidnappers. We'll discuss about the information he gave, the revelations he made. We will talk about that. The next topic we will discuss about is about the unknown gunmen and the killers in Biafra land. Who are really the unknown gunmen? Who are those taking the life of Biafran people? Who are those responsible for the evil that is happening in Biafra land? What is your opinion? What do you think? Who are those responsible? Then the sixth point we will go into is the one that is coming up now, which I believe I'm not going to speak much about it, but I just want to talk about it a little bit, about the revelations, some revelations that are coming up. There are some massive, important revelations that are coming up from our brother Simon Ekpa. Some of you who are following our brother Simon Ekpa on his Twitter handle, you can see some things he's posting. There are some informations he's dishing out. We will talk about those informations. We'll discuss about it a little bit, not in detail, because I believe full discussion about that is going to come on his broadcast this evening. So everybody will key in to hear the detail before we will come back to digest it. But we're going to speak about it a little bit. So these are the topics we will discuss today. If you have any contribution to make in these topics that I have presented now, you can come up. You just click the link, come over and make your contribution. You can click the link, come over and make the contribution. While you're making the contribution, make sure you make your contribution very meaningful. It is not compulsory that you must agree with what I say. You must not agree with what I say. If you have your own opinion, if you have a superior argument, you can present your superior argument. You don't know, you can win a soul. That is why we are here. So, starting from the first point of our topic we're going to discuss about Peter Obi. In the issue of Peter Obi, the distraction from Peter Obi. Personally, I see the appointment of Peter Obi, the contest of Peter Obi being the presidential candidate of one party or the other is a distraction to Biafra struggle. I see it as a distraction. Some people might see it in a different form. I, as a follower of Asplin Namazen Nandekano, I have followed him closely, listened to his messages. Most of those messages are still there for you to listen to. As a hardcore follower of Mazen Nandekano, I do not believe in any politician. I do not believe that Igbo cause or Biafran cause will be achieved through any political solution. I don't believe in any politician. I do not believe in them. Neither do I believe in any political solution for anything at all that has to do with Biafra. It will never work. I don't believe in their policy. And that is why I tell you, I say that the appointment of Peter Obi, the contest of Peter Obi, the Peter Obi presidential aspirant in Nigeria is a scam and a distraction. Ask me, why do I say that? Some people will come online and begin to tell you that Peter Obi have followers, that many people are clamoring for him, that it's an opportunity for him to go in, it's an opportunity for them to have an Igbo presidency. This is a lie from the pit of hell. The lie from the pit of hell. First of all, you and I know that in Nigeria, we have two major parties. We have two major parties in Nigeria, APC and PDP. There is nothing like third force in Nigeria. If anybody is telling you anything about third force, we have been hearing it for a very long time. It doesn't have any effect, and it is not going to move a shit. It is not going to move a shit. There's nothing like third force in Nigeria. If you must be the president of the contraption called Nigeria, it's either you're in APC or you're PDP. And these are the two parties that have their taproot in every corner of that contraption called Nigeria. These are the two parties that have their roots in every corner, in every local government. Their structure is everywhere. Peter Obi started off from PDP. After making all the noise in PDP, distracting people, calling people's attention, you see some people, even some agitators, begin to lose their stand and begin to campaign. So many agitators have moved from Biafra struggle. They are now campaigners. They are now calling for election. Go and check many platforms. You will see several platforms where people are now talking about, they are not talking about election. None of them is talking about the real thing anymore. None of them are talking about freedom anymore. They never realize, they believe that Peter Obi, in one way or the other, is going to give them freedom. even when they know that it's a lie, that Peter Obi is not going to offer anything. He started from the PDP, and people were saying Peter Obi might go in, that he might be voted in. All of a sudden, we woke up and see that Peter Obi have withdrawn from PDP. They forced him out of PDP. Peter Obi was forced out of PDP. Some people say if you want to buy a delegate, he can buy a delegate. They will vote him in. If you want to buy that, he is very genuine. That is why he didn't want to buy. Even if Peter Obi have the whole money in the world, he cannot buy a delegate. He will not. They are not going to vote him. They might collect his money and eat the money, and they will not vote him. They will not vote him. It's either they collect the money and eat the money, or they refuse to collect his money and they will collect from his opponent. No matter the amount you give them, they will not collect. They will not take the money. Because they have already planned it that there will be no Igbo Biafran presidency in Nigeria. This is a plan from time onset. Some of us are very forgetful. If some of you here can remember, there was an audio that leaked immediately Muhammadu Buhari took power. The late Muhammadu Buhari took power from Goodluck Jonathan. There was an audio that leaked where one Shetima from the north, I think former governor of Borno State, was discussing with the Iboko and Mosu in the southwest. They were discussing about the outcome of the election. If you go back and listen to that audio, you will hear where they were discussing on how to make sure that the southeastern part of Nigeria remain irrelevant in the contraption called Nigeria. If you have go back and listen to that very audio, at the end of the day, you see where they were talking about how they will make sure that the southeastern part of Nigeria will be irrelevant. They will never have any place in the contraption called Nigeria. They will make sure they will even destroy the economy of the southeast. They said it. The man in the north was saying it. The man in the north was saying it. And you know these people, these Fulani people, everything they will do, they will say it. They don't care. They are going to say it. And when they say it, you call it a threat, but they're going to carry it out. They will follow it up the last. They will follow it up to the last. That was when everything you are seeing here today. When you see people saying that Peter Obi is going to be president from where? From where to where? Number one, you are not in PDP. You are not in APC. Where are you going to? You are in Labour Party. What is the structure of Labour Party? How many states do Labour Party have representation? How many states in Nigeria? How many states in Nigeria do Labour Party have representation? Including Biafra land itself. Let alone the north. How can Peter Obi in his dream win the north? The northern people that after Goodluck have built school for them, did everything he did for them, they threw stone on him in the north. What strategy does Peter Obi have to convince a northern to vote for him? A Biafran. This is nothing but a distraction. They only want to use Peter Obi to legitimize the fraud. They only want to use Peter Obi to drag the Biafran people into their mess. They only want to use Peter Obi to delay our freedom, to distract us the more. I said it from the beginning of this year. Earlier on, I said that this year is a year of distraction. There will be many distractions. There will be many blackmail. There will be many obstacles. There will be many deaths. Today, you are seeing it. More are going to come. More are going to come. Peter Obi that you are seeing them parading today is a total distraction. Absolute distraction. It doesn't matter. Let the whole world begin to paint his name in the internet. Let him go to London, go to anywhere. Peter Obi will never, ever become the president of Nigeria. There is no pointer. There is nothing that is pointing to the fact that Peter Obi is going to be the president of Nigeria. Nothing. Nothing. When they are talking about Nigeria, go and listen to people who are talking about their Nigeria on the media. They talk about the owners of Nigeria. That is why everybody from the southern part of Nigeria, mainly the Biafrans, you are not part of Nigeria. You are not part of it. When they are talking about the owner of Nigeria, people you are not part of it in any way. You are not part of it. You're not part of it. And they show it to you. They're not hiding it. They show it in their action. They show it in their behavior. They show it in everything they do. But yet, some people are pretending that they're going to do miracle. You pretend that you're going to do miracle, something that no one have done in the planet Earth. and you think you're the one that's going to do it. How are you going to do that? How are you going to perform the miracle? From where? From which part of the world are you going to perform the miracle? This is the situation. And it doesn't matter how they pretend. It doesn't matter how they pretend. It doesn't matter how they try to camouflage. It doesn't matter how to try to paint Peter. P2B will never, ever be the president of Nigeria. They only want to use P2B to force Biafrans to join and legitimize their fraudulent election, because they know already that Biafrans do not have hope in any election. It is that Biafra or nothing. Biafrans are for freedom. It is that Biafra or nothing. We are not ready for any kind of compromise. And we are not ready to participate in any election. Chances have given them, we have given them chances for a very long time, and they abuse the chances. They have abused all the chances given to them. But this time around, unless the only thing that is going to change the situation, except Mazen Nandekano comes out and say otherwise, which I believe he's not going to say otherwise, except Mazen Nandekano comes out today and make a broadcast by himself and say something different, Biafrans will never, ever participate in an election anymore. We cannot endorse their fraud. We cannot legitimize the fraud they are planning. That fraud cannot continue. We will not legitimize this. It is not us. Let them go to places and plan all what they want to plan. We will not legitimize their fraud. So for those of you who are thinking that Peter Obi is a kind of messiah, that's going, there is no messiah anywhere. Peter Obi has nothing to offer to Nigeria. The contraption called Nigeria don't need anything from Peter Obi. How I wish Peter Obi was contesting in Biafra land. If Peter Obi was contesting in a country called Biafra, at least he will not be running around from one party to the other. He will stay in the party. Once he's been elected, he will contest freely. Even if he fails, you know that he failed. But for the fact that Peter Obi was not allowed to contest in the major parties, and you think all of a sudden that miracle will be performed somehow and Peter Obi will emerge. Peter Obi will emerge. It is so pitiable. It is so shameful that I'm pitying Peter Obi, because Peter Obi is going to face a worse disgrace than Sowore. This was what Sowore, when Sowore came out and people were cheering Sowore up. All over, people in media, they were sharing Sowore. Sowore everywhere, Sowore. All the people abroad, all Nigerians abroad rallied around him. They supported him, genuinely supported him. But at the end of the day, how many votes did Sowore win? How many votes? How many votes did Sowore win? Peter Obi is going to score lesser than Sowore. If you don't know it, know it now. Peter Obi is going to score lesser than Sowore. This is a very delicate time. The people who are in the race, who are contesting, are all monsters. These are people who can kill. They can kill to retain power. They will do anything to retain power. And you think all of a sudden that Peter Obi is going to perform it. I pity him. I pity him. But distraction, Biafran should not be distracted. Don't be distracted. Whatever Peter Obi presidency you are hearing is a distraction. It's a distraction to slow our freedom. A distraction to a diversion from what we're saying. And you can see already some agitators have been distracted. Some people are distracted already. As you're watching the video, some Biafrans already are distracted. They are telling you, oh, let's give Peter Obi a chance. Maybe something's going to happen. Now many people are supporting him. Maybe who is supporting him? Who? Who is supporting Peter Obi? The youth. The same youth that we are not able to carry out the NSAS. The same youth that we are not able to carry a legitimate protest of NSAS. You think they're going to, this youth that is going to vote Peter Obi in? In which polling booth? In which country? When you hear them every day, you hear politicians talking about the owners of Nigeria. Talking about the owners of Nigeria. Even before this very election is being conducted, already they have mapped out the people who are going to be there. It doesn't matter where you travel to. It doesn't matter what you do. Peter Obi went to visit Queen Elizabeth. He went to 10 Downing Street and took a picture, took a video. People were clapping and said, now, British have endorsed him. On coming back, he withdrew from PDP. And how does withdrawing from PDP make you more relevant? It makes you stand no chance of getting anywhere. It makes you stand no chance of getting. If it was them that advised him, well, that is part of their plan. If it wasn't them to advise him, P2B have seen the blueprint already that he cannot make any headway, and he will never get their ticket. Even if he give them money, they are not going to accept it. If they accept it, they will still vote against him. They will still vote against him. Everything that is happening today has been orchestrated from the very first time Muhammadu Buhari took power. They swore on it that Igbo people will become much more relevant than have been in the past in politics. I shared some videos on my platform where somebody was saying how Igbos were hated. Go and listen again to that audio that was released when Muhammadu Buhari took over. Listen to it properly, then you begin to see everything that is happening today. You begin to see why they are happening. You will not be surprised anymore. You will not be shaken when you are seeing this happening to you. You will not be shaken. You will be surprised anymore. You will not be shaken. And that is why we say that no Biafran must participate in the election. Any Biafran that go and participate in the election, you are only endorsing the fraud. You are only legitimizing their fraud. This is the time for us to speak out loud. We have to speak louder. Let them go ahead. They want to let them go ahead, do the election on their own area. Do it on their own side. After call their result, whatever they want to do, they should go ahead. But we will not be part of it. Some will say whether you vote or no vote, that they're still going to call result. Of course, they're going to call result. Of course, there are people who are still going to vote. But the majority of Biafrans, 80% of Biafrans, are not interested. And the world is watching. The whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. This is the last time for us to get our freedom. The only vote that will be cast in Biafra land is a vote of referendum. And that is what we're waiting for. The vote of referendum. That is the only vote that will be cast in Biafra land. Without referendum, nothing else is going to take place. Every other thing you can hear or talk about is just a waste of time. The vote of referendum is the only vote that will be cast. And we are waiting and looking on that time to come. It doesn't matter what anybody is doing. It doesn't matter the attack they are bringing. It doesn't matter the strategy they bring. It can never fly. They will never succeed. They will never succeed. Using P2B to blackmail the Biafrans can never succeed. It cannot fly for the Biafran people. And when you say some people, there will be some people who we don't, in everything we are saying, even in the fighting for struggle, don't expect 100% compliance. Even during referendum, there are still Biafran that is going to vote against Biafra. That is it. That is how life is. There are still people who will vote against Biafra in referendum. But majority always carry the vote. That is why we are calling them to go on referendum. Already, every one of us know there is a case of referendum that is in the court, a case that will be heard by October. If you're a well-meaning Biafran, if you're a politician or you are sincere to yourself, what you have to do is to support that very call for referendum. That very court that they're going to hear on the 17th. Go and add your own talk on it. Add fire on it. If you can bring a lawyer to join them. Hype it and talk more about it. That is the right way to go. A contraption called Nigeria is not supposed to be talking about the election. The contraption called Nigeria is not supposed to be talking about election because these people are holding indigenous tribe captive. Nobody signed up for that very contraption called Nigeria. Nobody, no single person signed up for it. People were forced against their will. Forced against their will to be in that contraption. People who have nothing in common. Diverse people who don't have anything in common. Our religion is not the same. We don't speak the same language. Our values are not the same. Our values are nowhere near similar. If you want to talk about the southern part of Nigeria, another southern part of Nigeria, somehow they can be similar in their diversity. But when you talk about southern part of Nigeria and the northern part of Nigeria, there is no similarity anywhere. Our culture is different. The diversity is so large and huge that we don't meet. We don't meet anywhere. There's no place we met. And that is the situation. But when we talk about it, you see some people coming to blackmail us and begin to tell us, give out chance, let's try it, give a chance. If you don't take your PVC, you begin to complain. This is time to get your PVC. You don't get your PVC. You have been getting your PVC. Even with that same PVC, go and check critically. You see that many people who went for their PVC, even in the past, we are not giving their PVC. The PVC in the southern part of Nigeria was being delayed intentionally. They hoarded them intentionally. Some people could not get their own. Even when they got it, you saw what happened in the last election. In the last election, when our Sulaiman Nankana gave them the last opportunity to go and conduct the election, after the election between Atiku and Buhari, it was very clear that Atiku won. Very, very clear that Atiku won. Atiku won the election, but they rigged it before your own very eye. Before your own very eyes, the Electoral Commission began to side Muhammadu Buhari. They began to side Muhammadu Buhari. Brought so many evidences, they couldn't be able to stand it. And Atiku could not be able to push it because, after all, it is his brother. That is one thing with the North. They are pursuing one thing. Atiku could not fight the battle to regain his power because they are from the North. After all, they have settled him and told him, maybe in the next one, you're going to come in. And today, he's here again. And some of you think somehow that miracle is going to happen, then Atiku will be away. Even the agreement that was reached with Tinubu, which people are murmuring, agreement was reached with Tinubu that they're going to hand power over to Tinubu. You see the clashes of the Titan that is going to happen. And how do you think that Obi will come and scale through between Atiku and Tinubu? Two monsters, two murderous monsters who can do everything to the same power. Nigeria has come to an end. It has ended. And we are going home. We are going home. Let the one Nigerians continue to peddle their lies. Let the one Nigeria continue to carry their deception. Let them continue to preach their false messages and their false narrative. We will continue to follow the gospel. We will continue to do the right thing and pursue the right cause until Biafra comes. We will continue to pursue the right cause until Biafra comes. And Biafra is closer today than it was yesterday. So don't get distracted. Don't allow anybody to bully you or push you around. Don't allow anybody to push you around. The next one we're going to discuss is about the Ohanes Ndibo lies and betrayal. Ohanes Ndibo. In the issue of Ohanes Ndibo, it's a very shameful thing. You see, sometimes I don't know, how can you shame the shameless? You can't shame the shameless. That's the most painful thing. You can't shame the shameless. Because when you begin to think about these people who call themselves elite, the politicians, the Ohanes Ndibo, when you think about them and what they say, things we have on video that have said in the past, you begin to wonder, where is their conscience? Where is their conscience? These were the people who came the first time and begin to tell us about restructuring. When Mazen Nanekano told them he doesn't want restructuring, Mazen Nanekano said, I am not part of the restructuring. Go ahead. If you get the restructuring, you come back and show me the restructuring, then we'll know the kind of restructuring you have gotten. Then we'll begin to think about it. But for me to drop agitation and begin to wait for you to go and get restructuring, I am not going to drop agitation. Go and get it. Instead of them going to get the restructuring, they went and brought Python dance. The Python dance that took the life of the family of Mazen Nanekane and 28 men there with Jack. It is that same Python dance that put Mazen Nanekane in the condition that he is today that lead to everything you are seeing today. Both the kidnapping of Mazen Nanekane in Kenya and the incarceration you are seeing. They proscribed IPOB because of restructuring. And after all much more, they came and say that there must be a restructuring. That without a restructuring, they will not participate in the election. Without a restructuring, there will be no election. It is either restructuring or nothing. We are watching. We are watching. And I said it during that time, that you cannot go to negotiation with empty hand. They were talking about restructuring, negotiating with an empty hand. Already you have demonized your own child that is asking for self-determination. How I wish you were holding self-determination. You are holding self-determination, and the Janjaweed themselves will bring the structure for you to discuss. That is how it happens. You have to hold something, have something within yourself, then you go for negotiation. At the end of the day, you arrive at a middle point where you can be able to negotiate. You drop some things, and others will drop something, and then you meet at the middle. But Ohanes Ndibo, we are going with empty hand for restructuring. Mazen Nanekano told them that they come back in shame. We are all saying it, that these people are not going to listen to them. And they never listen. They came and cried, without restructuring, if you don't give us restructuring, there will be no election. Nobody is going to participate in the election. All of us, we are watching. All of a sudden, the 2023 is here. And all of a sudden, every one of them begin to have a presidential candidate. Every single one of them begin to have a presidential candidate, including people in the Southwest, who were boasting and saying, without any restructuring, there will be no election in that country called Nigeria. How can you shame the shameless? Some of them are so shameless that the things they have said are still in video, on video. It's not written. I'm not saying written speech, on video. I have so many of the videos where they were saying it, that without restructuring, there will be no election. They said it, and we were watching them. Today, the restructuring died a natural death. None of them is talking about restructuring. Today, they are talking about election. That election, they said it will not happen. Every one of them have a presidential candidate they are backing. We are watching them. We told them that Igbo presidency is a dead agenda. It's a distraction, a deceit. They didn't listen. The politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they went and connived with the caliphate. Ohanes and Igbo joined them because they gave them the condition. The only condition for them to have Igbo presidency is to stop the Biafra agitation. Is to go and kidnap the screen of the IPOB and make sure that he's no longer broadcasting. And they listened to that very deception. They went ahead and kidnapped Mazen Nandekam. They went ahead and plotted evil among themselves, even contributed money within themselves. They planned. You heard that the jet that was used to bring Mazen Nandekam to Nigeria was owned by a Biafra. A jet owned by a Biafra was used to bring Mazen Nandekam from Kenya. They kidnapped Mazen Nandekam in Kenya and sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary edition against international law. They don't care because they know nobody's going to talk. After all, it is his parents and his brothers that gave him up. Ohanes Imbu was there just because of the Igbo president. And they came out. After they must have kidnapped Mazen Nandekam, they were shouting all corners. Igbo president is sure. Igbo president, it is our turn. This is our turn. It's our turn. If Nigeria was to be a nation, if Nigeria to be a one nation, as I say, you don't have to attach Igbo to your presidency if you want to be a president. Anybody can be a president. Anybody from any tribe can contest. Once you're qualified and you're eligible, you can be the president. But they were shamelessly asking for Igbo president. Only that one alone should ring a bell. And we told them it is dead on arrival. Because the Fulani Caliphate will never allow any Igbo man to be a president. That is how the country was programmed. That is how the system was programmed. It was presidents will emerge from Biafra land. From Igbo Biafra, there will be none. No president will emerge from Igbo Biafra. That is how it was programmed. But some people thought it was a joke. They thought it's just a blabbing. They thought it was noise making. And we said it. We shouted about it. That this thing is programmed. Even when Ekwueme came closer to become a president, what did they do? The caliphate would go to the extent of plotting a coup. They plotted a coup and removed their own brother, who was the president, because they knew if Shagari finishes his term, the next person has to be Ekwueme. For them to make sure that Ekwueme did not see that very seat, they planned a coup and removed Shagari. Who did that coup? It was this same Buhari, late Muhammad Buhari, planned the coup and removed Ekwueme. And all of a sudden, that Buhari today is still, they are still using his name to operate. And you think one kind that you come and become a president in the contract with Nigeria, why somebody is still bearing the name of Buhari? Why somebody is still playing that script of Buhari? You think you can come from where? We told them, they never believe it. They said we are troublemakers. They say we are calling for war. They say we are making noise. We don't know what to talk. But today, what have you seen? Every single thing we have said have come to pass. Today, are you still seeing the lies to any Igbo presidency? The PDP, one of the major opposition party, have done their primaries and they selected an alternate. Wike tried all his best with all his gara. The Hitler in the River State tried everything he could. At the end of the day, he began to cry about betrayal, that the Southerns betrayed him. It is now he remembered that there's something called betrayal. It is now that Wike remembered that something called betrayal. The same Wike that betrayed his own brothers, denied his identity, and killed his own people. Today, he's crying of betrayal that the southern part of Nigeria betrayed him. That southerners betrayed him. When he is the highest betrayer. These politicians, the worst thing is that every single one of them know the truth, but they will never, ever stand with the truth. They all know the truth, but they will never stand with truth. They are based on peddling lies and pushing false narratives from all angles, from all corners. Every time on a daily basis. This is what they're doing. No single one of them will tell me that he doesn't know what is right and what is wrong. No single one that will tell me that he doesn't know that the contraption called Nigeria is programmed in the way that the Fulani Caliphate will continue to run and dictate the affairs of the country. They will continue to run and dictate the affairs of the country. And look at the amendment they have made. Look at the amendment they made in their constitution on how to select their delegates. The selection of delegates is being done from Sokoto. You that is in the state, the governor might not even know. Even the governor, they are the one that select who put them there. So the governor himself, whom they are in control of, because they know the governor already have stolen so much money from your state, they will now tell the governor, look at the delegates you're going to give us. And the delegates will be told whom they are going to vote, who are going to present. So it is only those people who are loyal to Sokoto that will be able to scale through to become a president of any place. And they put that in as a compulsory structure for every group, every party. The same thing APC is doing, is the same thing PDP is doing. It's the same thing Labour Party is going to do. The way they pick their delegates. And all of a sudden, you think you can do some miracle to begin to change things and begin to maneuver and become a president. It is so sad. It is so sad when you see things that are happening. The kind of betrayal they're betraying themselves. Even Wike is the kind of betrayer. Wike is the greatest betrayer because he betrayed his people. Betrayed Mazen Nandekano, killed people in Obibo, and denied his identity. Today he's crying that he was betrayed. The contraption called Nigeria is not meant for you. The British company called Nigeria is not meant for any indigenous tribe. It is a country, it is a company established for the interest of the foreigners. A company established instead of Britain, to serve Britain and Britain alone. It was not established to serve any indigenous tribe, not the Yorubas, not the Hausas, not the Igbos, not the Efik, not the John, the Edos. Nigeria was not created to serve them. Nigeria was created to serve the British. And the British found a willing tool in the Fulani Caliphate. That is why they gave them the flag. And today, the Fulanis are running the show. It is either you abide with them or you follow them or you are nowhere. And they are not, Fulanis are not even satisfied. They are trying to wipe away every indigenous tribe in the country of Nigeria and take over. When we talk about it, people say it's a hate speech. It is not a propaganda. It's not a hate speech. It is the truth. It's left for you to either take it or leave it. That is the absolute truth. It's left for you either to accept it or to reject it, but we must say it the way it is. Ohanes and Igbo, who told us Igbo presidency? Igbo today, where did you see the Igbo president anymore? And the most annoying and the shameful thing I'm seeing today, there was a video I saw. This same Ohanese came out and made a broadcast. They said that no Igbo aspirant should go and aspire for vice president. They say that no Igbo contestant should aspire for any vice president. That they should go for presidency. That anybody that is going for vice president is on his own. He will not have their support. That every of them that is vying there should go for presidency. I saw the video. The video is there. When they were saying the word. Ezife was there. Ezife was in the video. But today, I saw their representative, the representative of George Obiozo, his spokesman. The spokesman of George Obiozo was in, I think, in Arise Television. In one of the interviews on Arise Television, he was saying that if, since they have lost the presidency, that they can settle for his belief that people should begin to settle for the vice president. Spokesperson of Obiozo said they should now begin to think of vice president, that he believes that people are going to focus on vice president, that he's advising the parties to look on the vice president for the southeastern part of Nigeria. This is what they are vying for.
People who have said that nobody should go for vice president, now they are settling for vice president. Shameless people. Even the presenter of the program reminded him. The presenter of the program reminded that spokesperson of Obiozo that Ohanes and Igbo said that no Igbo person should go for any vice president, that it is either president or nothing. And nobody should run for any vice president. Nobody should accept that offer. The presenter reminded him. And he was still biting his tongue, saying, well, since it has happened, that they still go, if there's a chance that they will still have a vice president. This is how shameless and inconsistent these people are. How shameless and inconsistent the Ohanes and Igbo and so and co. That is how inconsistent they are. The politicians in Biafra land, the Ohanes and Igbo, those elites, this is how shameless they are. People who are very inconsistent. That is why they are not being taken serious. That is why they are not taken serious. Even before time, you heard Ezife come out to say that if they do not give us Igbo presidency, now we'll begin to consider looking for our life elsewhere outside Nigeria. That if they refuse to give them the Igbo presidency, that they will refuse, they will look for their life elsewhere. And in that video, he was giving an example of the Igbo Biafrans that were kidnapped and taken to London, were taken to US, that refused to be a slave. Instead of being a slave, they drowned themselves. Is the information an example of the Igbos that drowned themselves in the sea instead of being a slave, that they cannot serve any master? Then I said in my mind, it means if they don't give them the Igbo presidency, they will drown themselves. It's either they commit suicide and drown themselves, or they give way and join Biafra. So I'm still waiting for them. There are only two options for them. It's either they drown themselves and die, or they look for the Biafra, their future elsewhere outside Nigeria, which is Biafra. Two options is what they have. But already they are deviating, seeking for the option of vice president. That is how inconsistent they are. Everything I'm telling you now is on video, where they said it on video. They started about restructuring, either restructuring or no election. They jumped it, they couldn't hold it. Igbo presidency, or they drowned themselves, or they do this or that. Today, what is happening? The Igbo presidency is dead. There's no Igbo presidency you can see in Igbo aspirants you can see in PDP. And APC, already you know what the result of APC is going to be. Instead of APC to take an Igbo, another man or another man from Daura will emerge from APC. Another man will emerge from APC. Go and check the video of all those APC, all those leaders in APC. Go and check the video they were making when Buhari took over. Go and check every of their thing they were saying. The APC leader today was the person, that was comparing a part seller, people who are selling spare parts. He was comparing them to Fulani herdsmen in the bush, killer Fulani herdsmen. Comparing somebody who is selling parts with a Fulani herdsman in the bush. That man is today the leader in APC. And you think that such man will be there and allow an Igbo man to come forward? You think such man will be there? And you think that the imposter in Asorok, Muhammad Buhari script will still be there? The Muhammad Buhari written script, they will still be playing it, and they will allow an Igbo person to enter. We are talking about which thought force. Where did you see anything thought force in Nigeria? Where did you see, where, from which angle to which angle? Who knows Labour Party? How many people are in Labour Party? Where is their pillars? What is their structure? In how many states do Labour Party have their offices? How many places? How can Peter Obi win election? How can Peter Obi win vote in what do you call it, in Kano? How can Peter Obi win vote in Kano? How can he win vote in Sokoto? How can he win vote in Borno? A massive distraction, and everybody is seeing it, and we are all quiet and watching. It is sad. Ramos, thank you so much, my brother. Ramos, thank you for joining. I appreciate your joining the program. You're welcome. Maybe you've been on the background all this while, hearing all I'm saying. So if you have any contribution to make, please feel free to make your contribution.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. I've not really been following. I've been on another thing. But I just joined now, and what you were discussing is actually what is actually trending now. You see, remember we talked about this the last time. The game plan that the British planned by telling Peter Obi to combat is actually coming out to the limelight. you can see a lot of youths, especially not just Igbo youths, Southern youths, including
Exactly.
a lot of Oduduwas.
You're
They
right.
are buying into that propaganda of Peter Obi. And I'm just laughing. I'm just imagining. We have a lot of professors, a lot of PhD holders buying into this lie. And I'm just imagining, how come these people are not sensible, wise enough to see? Now, let's look at it this way. Immediately, Peter Obi returned from Britain. He switched political parties. Now,
Exactly.
if Britain, because obviously there was influence of Britain, right? Now, if Britain actually wants the interest of Southern Nigeria, by extension, the interest of Nigeria, and they want Peter Obi to be the president of Nigeria, what stopped Britain from forcing the caliphate to give Peter Obi unanimous tickets in PDP? So why did they ask him to change party if they instructed him to go to Labour Party? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if they believe that they want to install him as president, like a lot of youths are saying, why did they ask him to change party? Why did they just call the fake president and say, we want him to be the president, so give him the tickets?
Exactly.
So what is going on here, like I said the last time, is the Britain have seen that the South, I don't want to even use Biafrans. The South have made up their mind not to be part of this election. So what do they do? Because they know that if you do the election in the North and Middle Belt, and the other regions did not participate in the election, you cannot be president. There will be constitutional crisis, because the constitution stipulates that you need to win vote from each of the 6 regions to be president. So if there is no election in any of those regions, you cannot be president.
That's right.
Britain have seen this, so they just use Peter Obi to say, okay, let's use him to validate. This is what I said last time. I'm still repeating it. Let's use him to validate the election. Go on. If Peter Obi himself, if he's going to be sincere to himself, he knows that he can never, in fact, he does not even have 2% chance of being the president, of winning the election.
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you.
Number one, the Northerners, they vote by block, not even by political parties. If APC chooses a Southern candidate today, all the APC members in the North will vote for Atiku.
Exactly.
And that is why I can tell you, this Monday primaries, you are going to be shocked. I said it the last time. I said it's going to be Amelawan. He said that's going to be Amelawan, or I'm looking at Amelawan or even Amechi. But from what is going out now, I can see Amelawan being the one they bring out. Because Amechi, this guy has already said it, also Kalu. The North APC will not, because APC as a party still want to retain that power. They don't want it to go to PDP. They cannot make the mistake of choosing a Southerner, because they know there are people, the Northerners. The Northerners vote by what they tell them to do. They want Northerner. So if APC goes for a Southerner, automatically Atiku is a president if the election holds. So that is what is going. So even this guy, what's he called, Obi is not even in the limelight.
He's nowhere close.
Yeah, Labour Party has no structure, number one.
No structure.
Number two, Labour Party has no money. Number three, Peter Obi knows himself. He's a very selfish man.
Exactly.
And the money he has, he's a billionaire, but the money he has, he made the money himself.
Exactly.
Investments and everything.
He can't throw it away. He can't throw it away.
He's not willing to come and carry the money he made through investments and come and throw it away. Having known that he does not even have a chance of winning. Peter Obi cannot campaign. I can tell you, Peter Obi cannot campaign in like 60% of North, in the North. He cannot even go there to campaign.
You're right.
So, and you remember, there is a reason why the Northerners intentionally impoverish their people. especially the Hausas. They made them poor. And that is why they can easily tell them what to do. One man will take all the people in his streets to do this. All of them will do it. That is what happens in the North. North is not like South. You understand? It's not like South where everybody's an island on himself. You cannot tell me what to do.
You're right.
Right? You don't feed me. In the North, they feed them. They carry plates and line up on their doors, on their gates,
Exactly.
and they feed them. They tell them what to do. So the North is a straight way. Once they say vote, even if they already told them, okay, vote for this person, and the next day they turn around to say, no, this is the next person. All of them will turn around.
All of them.
So Peter B, I tweeted this one time, and a lot of people came for me and was saying, hey, Peter B. And I just tweeted, I said, Peter B, please come out and tell the people the truth. Tell the people what Britain told you. Because he knows he does not have a chance. So stop deceiving Biafrans as well as Southern Nigerians. That was
very big deception, distraction.
Yeah, he's deceiving. He's not deceiving me because I already know. He's deceiving a lot of Southerners, professionals, because he cannot win a local government in the North. He knows.
But my brother, you know what baffles me? How is it that these professionals, these doctors, these engineers cannot see a simple thing that is very clear to everybody?
No, they are judging out of emotion. You understand? They are not judging. When I tweeted,
he will fail much more than Shore. He will have more disgrace more than Shore.
When I tweeted, somebody tweeted and said, let him go. Let him go if let us see what happens. So you want to go into election 2023 to validate these people for another 4 years. To complete what they have started. Because the truth is that these people were ready to take over Nigeria. But now they cannot stop them.
Exactly.
By the establishment of ESN. By now, all the whole southeast
would have been taken over
everything. Because for me, the intention is to capture the southeast first.
That's right.
Because when they capture the southeast, that's where the resistance is going to be. The other regions, Edo State is over. They have taken Kogi State now. A lot of people don't understand what's happening.
Kogi State in their hand already.
Kogi State right now,
in their pocket.
Do you know that in Kogi State right now, they have stopped going to bar after 6 p.m. They put a curfew on going to the bar, beer parlor, after 6 p.m. That is exactly what was happening in the North earlier. So they have already succeeded in putting their laws in Kogi State. Now, they have constrained the Kogi people to stop drinking alcohol. Edo State, all the forests, they have taken over. So that was what they wanted to do. But Nnamdi Kanu saw ahead and started ESN. So ESN now destabilized the whole plan. So these stupid people who are not smart enough, who do not have a brain to think, want us to validate another 4 years for them to complete the takeover.
God forbid, they will not succeed.
To complete the takeover. And that's why I am 1001% in support of no election.
No election.
Not even no election in Biafra now. No election in the South. But
no election in the South. No election.
The thing is starting. I'm going to tell you. Remember last time I told you, I said I'm just happy with what is playing out. And I'm so happy right now that Tinubu, as far as I'm concerned, that guy has been screened out. They've not announced it, but I can say Tinubu has been screened out. Even Osibasho. So it's a good development. And this is what I said last time. What is going to happen is that Tinubu is going to lay his hand off Yoruba Nation. He's not going to support Yoruba Nation because if he does, he will go to jail.
Yeah.
So what he's going to do, he will remove his criminality, he will remove his money that he's using to pull Yoruba Nation down. Yeah. And that is when you are going to see that Yoruba people are actually agitating.
They will now unleash their men and women.
Because right now, a lot of people think Yoruba are not serious. They are serious. Yoruba have done grassroots mobilization.
My brother, personally, I see them as very serious. I see them as very serious.
I see
them as very, very serious.
They have their map because they have professionals that has been working on this Yoruba thing. Because they have professors who were working on this thing. They have their map, they have their national anthem, They have designed their currency. They have designed their flag. They have 5 million signatures.
You're right.
Yoruba
I saw it.
people
I saw
are
it.
very, very serious. So when Tinubu remove his hand, that as for next week, you are going to see what is going to start happening. And what I'm going to suggest that Yoruba people, Yoruba nation people should start linking up with the serious agitators in the south, in Biafra land, especially Samekpa, so that we can synchronize to start preparing the mind of sit at home in the entire south.
That's right. I agree with you.
Sit at home in the entire south, because they cannot impose no election without preparing the people. The people have to start doing it. One day, sit at home. One day, sit at home. It's not going to be these Biafras are not going to mandate them on what to do, but I believe they know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I like Samekpa's style, that he's not just working alone. He tried to diversify, reach out to other people, because I've always said this: Biafras cannot get Biafra alone. So it's a journey of one day can take 100 years if you want to do it that way. When you
see, my brother, in this thing you said now, when you talked about Biafra, do you remember that Mazin Nande kind of opened up this handshake? He opened up this handshake with the people and established even a united force. That was a force that was united.
Yes.
A united force between Oduduwa and
when
ESN.
they trained together,
two of them had a combined force operating.
They even trained together. They even had joint military, joint security.
Exactly, joint security outfit.
Yeah.
Joint security outfit was launched.
Yes.
And can you imagine when this is how you know people who are serious and those who are not serious? What effort had those people who he handed over? What effort have you had from them that they have made since that time to be able to follow that thing again?
Don't even go there. That's
God.
When I knew that those people were not serious, is when they
destroyed the handshake. They destroyed it.
It's just them. They were not reaching out. They were not doing any like diplomatic
outreach of any kind, of any sort.
Nothing. And that's why when I see a lot of people still talking about them, I would just be imagining, say, no wonder we didn't get Biafra all this while. We have a lot of dumb people.
Very dumb people.
You don't need to expose anything to me for me to know that those people are not fighting.
My brother.
The statement coming out from their mouth, their actions, inactions, shows that in fact they've left this struggle a long time ago.
Exactly. You see, that's why when people are talking about exposition, this person made exposition, this person made exposition. Look at the things you see with your eyes, things you can see and hear.
You don't need exposition for
there are evidence of things you can see on video. Things you hear.
I didn't believe that they were not working for Biafra because of the exposition. The only exposition that started that belief was not even given by Samekpa.
No.
That exposition was that when after watching that first Zoom meeting.
Exactly.
So that was when I now started, paying attention.
Pay attention, reason within yourself, and make calculations on your own
attention. I was always listening to them when they give brokers. And on one of the early brokers of this guy, Chika Edozie, there's something. That was when I knew that these people were not ready. Now, from that first time, let me tell you something. One of the greatest issues that my own analysis, having listened to all sides, let me tell you my own analysis, what I believe. For me, the key DOS members, Chika Edozie, Chinasa Woru, I believe for my own, were not parts of the selling of Nnamdi Kanu. But what happened was, at the end of the day, they didn't expect something like this was going to happen. They just found themselves at the center stage. And they saw somebody who is a key person, who is a family member, who actually sold, who was part of the sale of Nnamdi Kanu. And probably he had something on there, I don't know, maybe blackmailing things. And they felt, we have something to gain, there's money. This is our chance. Why should we, you understand? And that was what I believe happened. And
you are very correct. And this thing you said was exactly the same way Master Simon Ekpa explained it. Master Simon Ekpa grouped them into two. There were people that took the betrayal after the betrayal, and the main people that betrayed him. That was how he explained it.
So
Which is exactly what exactly the same thing you're explaining now.
Yes, I'm not even explaining it in the context of Sam Ekpa. I'm explaining it based on the context of what I've seen so far. Because
I'm not trying to relate the two of them together.
Yes, because
for people who have IQ, who we are watching, when you will see the two betrayers, the people who entered later on, and the people who did the real action.
Exactly.
There were people that just killed into it. They killed into it because of their greed and envy and jealousy. They want to kill into it to make money.
Yeah, because immediately Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. I listened to Chinasa Aworu. If you go and listen to those early speech of Chinasa Aworu,
he was the first person that made the accusation. He was the first person that made the accusation and made threats.
And compare that speech now, you will know that something changed.
The speech is still there. I still have it.
Yes, something changed. So now, and again, another thing I will say, Chika Edozie is a very weak person. That's where the problem since started. He is very, very, very weak, because if you go back and listen, he was, from day one, he was scared of, oh, I don't want to be tagged terrorists. That was one of the first things he was scared of from day one. And one thing he now mentioned that just made me to know that this guy is a failure. He now said something about, we are going to try and keep this thing until our leader comes out. Your leader just got kidnapped, right?
Yes.
People pay billions of dollars, of billions of naira, can even be dollars, to kidnap your leader. And at the early stage, if you go back and dig, you see what I'm saying. You are giving a speech saying that you are going to keep the sheep, so that when your leader come, will start from there. So you don't have plans on what to do.
You've not learned anything.
Yes, you don't have any plans on what to do. You are talking about when your leader comes, when you don't know when he's going to come out. And exactly for me, that was what Chika Edozie was doing. He was not doing anything new. He was not negotiating. In fact, all the this thing that Nnamdi Kanu started, he was not even following them up. He was not doing anything. He was just scared. And corruption started from there. So that's what happened. For me, I thank God that we have somebody who has the mind, somebody who is a good negotiator, somebody who is patient, who can listen to people.
Very patient and consistent.
Yeah. Yes, he's consistent, he's patient, he can listen to people. Even if you are insultive, he will listen to you and get by for you. And that is really necessary.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so happy, because I know that a lot of other people who got distracted, a lot of people left this struggle because of DOS. And I believe now a lot of people, they are coming back. People who are smart, who are intelligent, they are coming back to the struggle because they see the ship is being piloted by the right person. And the way he's doing it, honestly, I will tell you, to me, he's 100% right. He made a very
absolutely right.
Yeah, he made a very crucial statement, because even stupid people that are saying he does not want MLK to come out, I will just say how foolish people can be. You do not want MLK to come out, but you are threatening a government that there will be no election in Biafra land. The only person who can change it and say, okay, is Nnamdi Kanu. So if Nnamdi Kanu come out and say election can hold, I don't have any say to that. What is that person trying to do? He's trying to force Nnamdi Kanu out. He's trying for them to release him. That's the truth. Because they know that Sam Ekpa will stand on his ground, no matter what they do.
It is very clear. It is the only person that the caliphate respond to his broadcast and speech is Sam Ekpa.
Yes, they know. That's
the only person that respond to his speech.
They know
when he says something, they will respond. Either they respond through their media or they respond through other means.
They know it's
what they do.
So
my brother, let's not get distracted with those people, their matter. Let's talk about them.
I'm not even going to go there again. That's what I'm going to say, and I know some people listen to all broadcasts, right? Is I would advise him to start implementing, let Biafrans I would say Biafra start implementing the ban on cow meat. Let Biafra start implementing the ban on cow meat. In foreign countries, in countries like America, there is what we call as in me as a person can arrest a criminal myself. I've forgotten the English they use. So if a criminal, a thief, for instance, I can arrest the thief. I have that right to arrest the thief if I see the thief. So Biafra should start doing that, because the truth is, they came out and banned cow in Biafra land. I was fully in support of that ban, but inside my mind, I knew that it was not going to be implemented. It was just something to buy people's emotion to say we are working. But the truth is that that ban on cow meat has the propensity to actually give us Biafra faster and stop the criminality in the entire Southeast. The idea of saying military should pull out of this, and that's where I have concern with Sametba. But I believe that he has better ideas. Probably he's not just saying it. That the government should pull out military so that ESN will come in and take care of it in 3 ways. It's not going to happen. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, you know, in this caliphate, in the attitude, you always, even when Mazen they kind say certain things, you say he know they will never agree and they will never listen to it.
So I believe it should be
why we say certain things we say, or why someone ever says certain things he says. It's just like when they are accusing of ESN of being responsible for the insecurity. Yeah. Accusing ESN of killing. I said, then we now tell them, if you want to know who is actually responsible, pull your militaries out. Then you can find out who is responsible. If you continue, you know that they are responsible.
In that context, it will be nice, because we know that the reason why the military is even there in the first place is to subdue the ESN so that the terrorists will come in and do their work. That's the reason why the military is there.
That's why they're there.
So we are not expecting the military to be pulled out. But for me, I would say, let him implement. Let him ask Biafrans to implement the ban of cows in Biafra land. Even if it was DOS that started it, it does not matter. So long as it's a policy that is going to work, Biafrans can implement it, because if they don't have their cows, they will not have something to cover, because they are using their cows as cover to attack us. Abia State now is almost like a no-go area. You understand? Today, I don't know if you've seen it. They kidnapped another pastor and some members as well in Abia State. So it's
I think we have to go into that discussion now, because it's one of the things we're going to discuss about the prelate that was released, the clergy that was released, the information the man gave out, and all those things. We want to talk about it. Let's talk about the information that the man brought out, the information the man brought out, and things that have, for a very long time, Biafrans have been speaking and campaigning and saying that they are not responsible for what is happening. But each time when you see them arrest a kidnapper in that contract record, that kidnapper must be from the south. Every time they parade a kidnapper, it must be from the south. But when you check the main people who were being kidnapped, who came out, people who saw the kidnapper face to face, they always come out to confess that these people are Fulanis. Then how comes every kidnapper that they present for us in their own media are from the south?
Because it's not most times it's not the true case. They just capture people randomly and display them. Sometimes you see them, they'll just go and take a Biafra flag, put it behind them, and tag them ESN Biafra agitators. So exactly. the bottom line is this. We have been saying this over time. Remember, last time I was traveling, we talked about this, where we talked about first flag operation.
Exactly.
So all of this is going to happen. More is still going to happen. And you see the police officer, the commander of rapid response or something.
Exactly. The one that was saying that the military are colluding with the terrorists.
Yes. You see, he's under fire right now. They want to fire him in police.
They fired him already.
Oh, they fired him already?
They fired him.
Okay. So you see what is going on. So this is exactly
they fired him, and they invited the priest for questioning. The DSS invited the priest for questioning.
Okay.
For revealing those information he revealed.
Okay, this is what is going on. So a lot is happening. And this is the truth. The military like Danjuma told us before, he said they give them cover. He said they cover them. He said if we wait for the military to protect us,
oh my God,
one after the other. That was his word.
You see, this is my problem. I don't know why our people are so forgetful. Our people are so forgetful. I don't know whether if they pretend not to know or what. All this information are in our palm. They are all in our palm. That the military are colluding with this. They are the ones sponsoring this very thing that is happening.
That is what
Danjuma said it.
See,
Obuda Melafia that died said it. A policeman also came to confess about it.
That is what has been happening.
They have been shouting about it.
People don't. Governor has been saying it. This guy, what's this called? El-Rufai has been doing it. Do you know what El-Rufai has been doing? Once the Fulani people attack the villagers, slaughter them, kill them, immediately they are through. El-Rufai will declare curfew so that the villagers will not be able to retaliate.
They will not go and retaliate. Exactly.
Once he declare curfew, he will bring out all the military. That's what has been happening. That's the way they have subdued the Southern Kaduna. When those because those ones too, they are strong people. When they want to retaliate, they will quickly declare curfew. The military will provide cover for those this thing. Then, when everything has gone down, they will remove the curfew. Then, military will give them cover on the next place to attack. They will attack them. If you listen to people who have been victims, they will explain to you better of what is going on. So we know. So it's not left for Biafrans and the entire South whether they want to be deceived into another fake election in 2023 to continue this subjugation and slavery, where a blind man is leading people who have good eyesight. I'm wondering, everything, every sector we own. Let's look at what provides revenue for Nigeria. The highest revenue provider for Nigeria is oil and gas. It comes from us. The second highest revenue is from ports. We own it, but they control it. The third highest, you will say, maybe diaspora, apart from other, this is diaspora remittance.
Yeah.
The diaspora remittance is from us.
Everything is from the South.
Now, you talk about I'm talking of where we get foreign exchange.
Exactly.
Now, look at our entertainment industry. Look at music.
Mm-hmm.
All Southerners.
All Southerners. All.
Look at movies.
Southerners.
All Southerners. Now, what are they contributing to the economy of Nigeria?
Zero.
Yet, they are the one that you will see as the head of NNPC. They are the one that you will see as the head of customs. They are the one that you will see as the head of immigration. Everything they are the head, but they contribute nothing. They are collecting VAT. They are collecting money from VAT, where they are destroying alcohol in the north. We are not one. We can never be one, and it is time to stop it. This is the right time to stop it. When there is no election, and that's why I'm asking all Southerners to adhere to that no election. When there is no election in the Biafra land, there is no election in the Oduduwa land, I will see how they become president. There will be constitutional crisis. And I will see how the military will invade the whole regions of Nigeria at the same time. Let's see what will happen. And again, remember those military, we still have some military from Oduduwa land. Everybody will answer Papa name that time. That's what I will say for now.
It is so sad, my brother. Thank you very much. It's so sad. The kind of thing that is happening in that country is a very sorry situation. A very sorry situation. The people you expect to talk, they pretend not to see anything. They pretend not to talk because of their evil. The politicians are just concentrating on their own selfish interests, focused on their own evil. They do not want to do anything to cut down what is happening. You see, the revelation that priest made about what he encountered with the terrorists. When you listen to that revelation clearly, you see when we are talking about when they were trying to peddle lies and say that people that were cutting people's head, they said that they are Biafrans because they are speaking Igbo.
because
He
they are speaking Igbo.
debunked it there. He debunked
That
it.
Reverend Father debunked it openly. He
Yes.
said that he no longer believes that the people that are cutting hair are Igbos. They are not
Yes.
Biafran.
Yes.
They are not Biafran. That it is not their culture.
Yes.
Now, from what he saw with his own eye, people who met him, they were Fulanis and they speak Igbo more fluently than himself.
And that aligns with one of the brokers of Samekpa.
Exactly.
That aligns with one of the brokers.
It aligned exactly as if it was someone that was speaking in him.
If they knew what to do to stop that man from talking, they would have stopped me from talking. They could not do anything.
This very aspect I'm telling you now, in BBC, they cut it off. Oh. In BBC, they cut it off. It was Arise Television that showed it.
Oh, really?
BBC cut that section off from their own. They cut it off. In Arise Television, that was where the man opened the whole thing open. But when you go and watch that on BBC, BBC removed that aspect where the man was talking about vindicating the Biafrans.
You see?
They removed it.
You see? So
it's only Arise Television. In only Arise Television, you will see the full interview.
So the truth is coming out. So let's get prepared. So what I will say is, our southern brothers, get prepared because a lot is going to happen.
A lot is about to happen. It's gonna get worse. I tell people, if you think it has ended, it cannot get ended. It's gonna get worse
because they are going to get their spirits. When they get their spirits, they will make mistake, and that's what we're waiting for. So let's get ready because they are going to get their spirit. When they see that the 2023 election may not hold, they may take action before 2023. And that's what I'm saying. We need to be very watchful because from all indicators, you are going to see what will happen from on Monday. You are going to see what will happen. Tinubu already knows that he has lost the ticket. By Monday, you will see what will happen. All the Tinubu boys, they will start shouting, "Odudu One Nation, Odudu One Nation, Odudu One Nation."
I really believe. I'm waiting. I know something is going to happen next week.
They will be the one to shout it more than the Sunday Igboho. They will be the one to shout Odudu One Nation more than Sunday Igboho. You will see it. You will say I said it. I said it before. They are going to shout it more than Sunday Igboho. But this guy will not support fully. He will not come out to support it too.
That's right.
Yeah, he will not come out. He will not put money to support it. What he will do is to just raise up his hands and let them do what they want to do. And you will see it. Odudu One Nation will be even more. You will look as if it's stronger than Biafra. You will see it. So I'm so happy with what is going on. By Monday, they will pick Abiama one.
I can see the handwriting on the wall. What you are saying is actual truth. I'm also looking towards that. I expect something to happen.
Abiama one is Buhari's choice.
I'm expecting something to happen after they must have chosen their own aspirant in APC.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, Abiama one has always been Buhari's choice. Now, I will tell you why. Go back to 2015 when Buhari won. Abiama one was Buhari's choice to be Senate president. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
When
you're right.
this guy did a coup, Saraki, and from back, he became Senate president. It was Abiama one. So when he won again 2019, he quickly still brought Abiama one back. So it has always been Abiama one. Tinubu is such a, I don't know what to call him. All the handwriting has always been on the wall. That you believe that Nigeria is just hereditary. I give you, you give me. So it's my turn to be president for 200 and something million people. So we don't even have a choice to make at all.
Those people are funny. I don't know why. I don't know what people see when you see somebody still come out at this age with everything that is happening. You see people talking about one Nigeria. I don't see. Sometimes I begin to think, where are they? What is the pointer? What is showing these people that there is something like one Nigeria?
It's emotion.
What is the pointer? What is something that is showing you that there is something like there is nothing like one Nigeria anywhere? It doesn't exist.
It's emotion.
It doesn't exist anywhere.
They intentionally stopped Southeast from having ports. Even when 80%, if not more than the importation done in Nigeria is done by Southeasterners.
I used to say it when I broadcast, and people, I don't know if I'm the only one seeing it.
That's the truth.
And you see the funny thing, when they were trying to build their dry port, they went to Kaduna to build a dry port.
Yeah. Where there is no, oh my God.
Kaduna, of all people, you went and build a dry port in Kaduna. Tell me,
is it Kaduna or Kano? Kano.
Just imagine.
It's Kano, it's not Kaduna.
They want to build a airport there.
Danduje. So where we have if you go on there has seaports in Port Harcourt. They refuse to allow ships with goods apart from oil
to dock over there.
You see, so it's intentional. They intentionally want to
intentionally. That is why when you see them, when you talk about sit at home, they say you are destroying the economy. Meanwhile, they know what is destroying the economy. They are the ones destroying the economy. Even these politicians, they know. They know the things that. Do you know the amount of job that seaport will create in Biafra land?
I think another thing that needs to start.
Even international airport, we don't have the ones you see there. They are going international airport, are not international airport.
It's intentional.
Flight we see transit from Abuja or Lagos before it gets there. You can't see any flight landing in Biafra land all the way from abroad.
It's intentional, and I think it's high time Yerima's voice. We need to start playing it again. You remember the conversation between Amosun?
Exactly. I played it on my program yesterday, and I talked about it when I started this program. I talked about it.
Okay.
I talked about it when I was starting this program. That was where everything you are seeing happening now. That was where they planned every single thing.
He was just telling us what they planned.
Exactly. He revealed every plan they have, and everything he said there is what have played out today.
Yes.
Every single thing. I played it on my program yesterday, and I talked about it.
I didn't know, because it's time we start reminding people. Because one thing I've observed about Southerners, we forget a lot.
They forget so much.
Once one event just take place, they forget the last event that happened before.
These Fulanis, there's one thing with them. Everything they say, you think it's a joke, they are going to carry it out.
Yeah.
Everything they say, they do it. When they make the broadcast, you think maybe it's just a joke, or maybe somebody is just saying something. Before you know it, they will. That same thing they say, they will do it.
When Bauchi State Governor came out, it's on record. When he said,
they are inviting all the Fulani from all over the world.
Yeah, he said Fulani,
all over where Africa.
Any country they are, is their country.
Exactly, they don't have identity.
That's not the
mindset. The Fulani don't have any identity. They know themselves as Fulanis.
Yes, that's the mindset. So, by application, if an elite, because those are their elites, elite has that mindset. What are the ones that are uneducated?
Exactly.
So he's telling me now that he can just come to America as a Fulani man and he becomes American citizen. He can be if he finds himself in Canada, he automatically becomes a Canadian citizen. Right? That's exactly what you just said.
I don't know why people are pretending.
The funny thing is that the journalist who was interviewing him could not even ask any follow-up question. Like this simple question. Do you mean that if you get to America now, you are now American citizen? The journalism in Nigeria is there.
They are scared. They are scared. They can't ask a reasonable question. Even in that very interview, do you remember in that very interview, the journalist asked the man, are you now saying that you use Nigerian money to fund foreigners who are coming into Nigeria? And the man said yes.
Yeah.
He said yes. He said yes, that they are already funding them.
But they are not foreigners now, because they are citizens. So long as they are Fulani, they are Nigerian citizens.
Oh my God.
As far as I'm concerned,
after watching those things, somebody will still come out and begin to talk about one Nigeria.
Forget a lot. People don't even remember all those things. As far as I'm concerned, we only have one journalist in Nigeria. Only one. And his name is Rufai. That's the only journalist we have in Nigeria as far as I'm concerned.
My brother, exactly, Rufai.
I pray they don't kill him.
Exactly. Rufai is another guy that digs deep. He doesn't care.
He's not scared. I pray they don't kill him. I learned this from Edo State also. I pray they don't kill him.
He's a good journalist. Okay, look at this insecurity issue we are talking about. Did you remember the security officer that come and made a confession at that same Chinese television when they interviewed him?
Oh, what was it called? The Yoruba?
There was one special security officer that came. The one security officer that
he
came.
Was senior military officer, retired.
Senior military officer that have participated in so many things they are doing in that Nigeria.
Over 35 years of military intelligence.
Exactly. That came and told us about the issue or the way the government is playing a role in the insecurity.
He told us everything. He corroborated everything. He corroborated everything that
every single thing.
That even senior members of Boko Haram are now in Buhari government. They are now in Atorok.
He said he corroborated everything that this guy said. Melaifa.
Exactly.
He said they are in the federal government, which is Buhari's cabinet.
Exactly.
They are in Senate, and they are in
some of them are governors.
Yes.
They're everywhere.
And you remember that Obada Melaifa said a sitting governor in this administration, a sitting governor is the overall commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Confirmed.
So everything is working together. And if you put one or two together, if you go from Bauchi to Kaduna, you will know who is the commander. We know. But a lot of people are still putting their
People are so forgetful. That is why I'm playing those videos. On my program yesterday, programs I'm doing this week, I've been playing all those old messages.
Yeah, it's very important.
I pick them, I cut them short, and play it to remind people what have been said before.
It's very important.
I don't know why people are so forgetful.
Some people still bury their head inside sand and like ostrich and pretend that they are not nobody's leaving.
Sometimes when we are talking on social media like this, when we are broadcasting, speaking on social media, they will think that we are just forming it, we are just framing it up. But every single thing we are saying here are things that have been said in their conventional media by people who are insiders in their government. Every single thing we are saying have been confirmed in their conventional media by people who are part of the government. But when you say if people think maybe you are trying to blackmail them or you're trying to say something out of the ordinary.
I was on Mazi Samekpa's space, Twitter space some minutes ago.
Yeah.
And you see how intellectuals coming there to say, why not just give Peter Obi a chance?
It's very funny. I was there. I left because of this program. I was there before I left. I was
just imagining. And the funny thing is that these people are not illiterate asking this kind of.
It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad.
With all the permutations, with everything going on, with all the permutations and everything going on, you can still say something like this. You want to put yourself in slavery for another 4 years. In fact, after that 4 years, they would have completed their plans. And in fact, people need to start watching. Those things are still on YouTube. Let people go and watch Afghanistan takeover. Where a country that has over 300, let me just educate the people. Afghanistan military, before Taliban took over,
well equipped by US.
Over 300,000 active military, equipped with AR-15, not even AK-47.
Well equipped.
AR-15, guns, American guns, and weapons, jet fighters. Taliban only had about 85,000 active military. Ill-equipped, not as equipped as Afghanistan military. Yet, Taliban took over Afghanistan. It took them 11 days. 11 days. Why did it take them 11 days? Why was it so easy? Why was it so easy for 85,000 military to defeat 300,000 military with American-made weapons? The reason
run over them without any resistance.
The reason is simple. The Taliban has already succeeded in planting key commanders in the military.
Exactly.
Almost all the commanders in Afghanistan military were Taliban sympathizers. And instructions come from its commander control. Instructions come from the commanders.
That's right.
Now what happened was that when they were overrunning each town, it was a stand down. The commander would give a stand down and the military would drop their weapons. That was what happened. And now let's look at it to Nigeria, compare it to Nigeria.
The same thing is playing out.
What is happening right now? What is happening right now? You remember the military officer who came out and did a video? I know by now that guy would have been dead or is in prison. Who did a video and said, I think the thing happened in Taraba State, where they invaded a military base, killed 7 military officers, and he said their senior officers did not allow them to retaliate, to attack back.
Okay, yeah, I saw the
video.
You
remember?
Yeah.
Yes, he now said that if this thing continues like this, everybody know where they come from. I hope you still remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. So that is what is going on. And you remember what this prelate said? He said when people wanted to enter the bush to cope them, the military threatened to shoot them if they attack, if they enter the bush.
I don't know why people are not connecting the dots. All this information are coming out. People are not connecting the dots.
Listen, I remember what the commander of Rapid Response, Abia State, that you said they just sacked, said.
The same information.
The same military preventing them from attacking them.
The same thing.
So that is what is going on. And that is why we cannot give Peter Obi or anybody
never
chance. Because what is going to happen if we do that, we'll give them opportunity to validate the election, and we'll give them the opportunity to completely overrun the whole military.
Overrun the whole, even if they put Peter Obi there, they will just tell him to walk out. They will just walk him out one afternoon, walk him out there.
It will be easier. It will be easier for the head of a whole camel to enter a needle than for Peter Obi to become president
the president of that country.
So even if by miracle the needle expanded and camel entered through the needle, Peter Obi will not be able to make a single impact. They will just, when they are ready, it's either they kill him or they will just tie him and put him in one corner. So when they are ready, they will just give instruction, and all the commanders in the military, because if you go and check, go to Southeast, go to Southwest, go to the commanders of all these police.
All of them are Northerners.
And SCDC, they are
all of them, not just ordinary Northerners, so Fulanis.
Fulanis. They will put a Biafran as the spokesman, because a spokesman is the one that will be lying, and he's the one that everybody will be hating.
Be defending all the evil, defending all the evil they are doing.
And everybody will hate the spokesman. They're going to check. The commissioner of police will be Fulani.
Fulani.
So at the end of the day, it will be easier for them to just give instructions, and everybody will lay down their arms, and they will overrun Nigeria. It's very simple. That is their plan. That is their plan. It's now left for us to allow them to prepare and do it, or to stop them from doing it. Because if we don't stop them, they will do it. They will not stop.
They will not stop. They will not stop. You see, something people used to forget. That's when we are talking about this Abuja Declaration. Every Biafra, everybody from the southern part of Nigeria should go and read that Abuja Declaration. I think 1999 or so.
Yeah,
Abuja Declaration. Go and Google it and read it. Every southerner must read it. Every southerner go and read it. Then you will see what that people have a long-time plan. A long-time plan, and they have arrived at the end of it. They are about to achieve their plan. Every single person from southern region is supposed to go and read that Abuja Declaration. Go and read it.
And you remember that it's IBB that actually hosted that meeting. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
IBB was
long-time plan. He was one that dragged us into OIC now.
Yes. He was the one that hosted that meeting. And after that meeting, he gave them a blank check. He gave them a blank check to do whatever it will take to Islamatize the whole West Africa. Go and check. Read it very well. You see it there. So all this thing going on, they know what they are doing.
They know what they are doing. A long-time plan. That's why when you see them, including Atiku Abubakar, and
all of them.
My brother, I don't know why people find it difficult to understand these people. These people know themselves and they know us, but it is only us that we don't know ourselves.
A lot of people,
Northerners, they know that everybody from the southern part of Nigeria, these people are one people. It's just like when you see they say something is happening, they want to kill a Northern. They tell they are fighting an Igbo person.
Any Southernized people. To them,
every Southerner in the north is an Igbo person.
Yeah, to them.
Every Southerner, as long as it's you in the north, if there's a crisis, you're an Igbo person.
Yeah.
Not even only the south. As far as they're from the south, they don't care about your tribe, your language. You are an Igbo person. They will take you out. They don't even care about your religion. They don't care your religion. You might be whatever they do, they will take you out. They know us, but we don't know ourselves. We don't know ourselves. It's so painful.
Our people, for me, I think our people understand what is going on. They are just pretending. They are just pretending that miracle will happen. Suddenly, miracle will just happen.
Which miracle?
I'm surprised.
God has given you the whole revelation for you to protect yourself and do the right thing. You are still waiting for God to appear from heaven and fight the battle for you.
And you know what, my brother? Do you know that a pastor Pastor Emmanuel Bosu.
Hmm.
Have you listened to him before? Emmanuel Bosu.
No.
You can Google him after the program.
Okay.
He gave this in revelation long time ago. He explained everything that was going to happen. Everything. He used Turkey as an example to explain what was going to happen. Everything that guy said is plain now, just like Obadiah. In fact, what he says is even more detailed than what Obadiah says. He was a redeemed pastor who was in charge of Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can look for him. Emmanuel Bosu.
I will look it up.
He explained everything. So it's not even that the fact that Christians don't even know. Christians knows because he's a Christian. He's a pastor. He explained everything. At that time, he was one of the major complaints was saying was that the problem he has is that the Christians in the South are pretending that they don't understand what is going on. That they are abandoning the Christians in the North. That the thing will get to them in the South.
It's so sad.
He showed pictures. He showed pictures of what he saw when he visited the North. That the Christians in the South are just pretending. They are just slaughtering the Christians in the North and the Christians in the South.
Do you know that it was one of the major reasons why they killed Obadiah Melafia?
Yes,
when Obadiah was trying to call the unity of all the Christians, including those in the North.
We know.
When he called for that sit at home of 1 week, that's 1 week sit at home. And the most painful thing is that sit at home of 1 week, even Khan ignored him. No single pastor talked about it.
We know what is going on.
No single pastor spoke about it.
People like that they said they died of COVID-19.
With what COVID-19?
Hold on. 2 people like that. There were 2 people they took out like that. Obadiah Melafa and the spokesman of Afenifere.
Exactly.
Yinka.
Yeah.
Yinka. They took him out. We know. So a lot of people should wake up. You know, we understand what is going on. It's a decision that the Southerners have to make. Whether they want to, because it's just 2 choices. It's 2. 1, he said that you want to live free, fight and become free, or you want to become a slave forever. Because if they get 4 more years, the Southern Nigeria will become slave forever. And I will tell you why. Now, let's look at Kaduna, for instance. The first term of Rufai, right? Rufai. He presented Christian Muslim candidates. During the first term, he was fighting the Christian.
Yeah.
He was oppressing him. And at the end of the day, I think whether if they will impeach him or so.
He kicked him out.
Yeah. In the second term, he damned the consequence. He came out with
Muslim ticket.
Yes. And I'm telling you, should Nigeria remain one, a Christian will never be governor in Kaduna State. Should Nigeria remain one, a Christian can never be governor of Kaduna State again. Because he has tried it and he succeeded.
He succeeded.
Now, let me use this now for presidency. The Southern governors came out to say presidency must be in the South.
Very, very funny people.
The elders in the South, in the Southeast, and there's a Digbo, and the elders came out to say presidency must remain in the South.
The South.
Afenifere Yoruba came out to say presidency must remain in the South, go to Southeast. Middle Belt, presidency must go to the South. Pandef, presidency must go to the South. PDP has done their primaries, and they completely ignored the ranting.
Ignored all those ranting. They ignored it, and nobody did anything.
A big the Northern, good. APC is going to do their primaries, and they are going to completely ignore the ranting and pick Amela one. When that happens, and if they allow the election to hold in Nigeria, that will be the end of the South in Nigeria. Because to the Fulani, that is complete dominance. You understand?
They've completed the circle.
Yes, that will be a complete dominance. So no Southern will ever be able to speak again if Northern succeed in this and conduct the election, picking Northern candidate. And even if APC by mistake picks a Southerner, all the APC members in the north will go and vote.
They will go and line up behind Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
You saw what happened to Wike. You saw the cry of Wike now.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Tambua, his girlfriend that he loves so much. You saw what Tambua did to him.
Yes, now it's not an agenda. When it comes to not an agenda, there is no friend.
Exactly. That's what we tell them. They don't understand.
There is something.
No matter how you serve them, no matter how you bow to them, no matter how you please them, once you come to that northern agenda, they don't know you.
There is something they don't even understand. Do you know that Kwakwaso actually went to go and prepare in case APC decide to mess up and PDP decide to mess up and pick something? Kwakwaso changed party to NAP or something
to keep a standby alternative for them.
And this guy, what is it called? Shekaram went to join him. So it's a standby in case APC and PDP mess up and pick Southern, automatically all the Northerners will go to that party.
Exactly.
So there is no chance of Southern being president of Nigeria right now. So the only way is everybody answer Papa name.
To your tent, O Israel.
Yeah, to your tent, O Israel. Go and do your election. You want Arewa Republic? Oh, you want to be called Nigeria? Okay, no problem. The northern states, let them call themselves Nigeria. You understand?
Yeah.
We, the Southerners, we can break into many countries. At the end of the day, we cannot come together to say, do we have similar culture? Do we reason together? And we can decide to say, okay, let's come together and form a country. It's possible.
Of course.
EU, that's what happened in EU. EU have different countries, but they have European Union. We can decide to do that, to say, okay, people that are reason like us, people that do things like us, we can come back under this one umbrella.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter whether you fall into Biafra or you don't fall into Biafra.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
America is a confederation. Every state in America is like a country. Every state in America is like a country. They have their own laws. The tax that you pay in Atlanta, in Georgia, it's not the same tax you'll be paying in Washington, D.C.
And that is the exact system Mazen Nandekano said that Biafra is going to practice.
Yeah. In Florida, there is nothing like state tax. You don't pay state tax in Florida. But in many other states, you pay state tax. Every state has their laws. The federal government is just like a controlling this thing. Texas oil is for Texas. They pay percentage to the government, to the central government. And that's how it should be. That's what I can say for now.
It's okay, my brother. It's not. What we are seeing is that these people. I don't know why Southerners don't want to wake up. Southerners, these are our elites, the politicians in the South. Politicians in the South, mainly Biafra land, politicians in the South, they are not. I don't know what is.
No,
what come over them.
Don't expect.
They cannot be taken serious in anything. If you see where this game started, remember they started from restructuring. They said without restructuring there will be no election. I very kidding. They were shouting. We were shouting.
Yes.
Politicians said we are shouting that without restructuring there will be no more election in Nigeria.
They completely ignored them.
They ignored them. And after making that noise, they arrived at nowhere. They came with Igbo presidency. They used that same Igbo presidency to confuse them and make them to go and kidnap us in Nandekano and put him under indulgence up to today. Today, we told them that Igbo president is a scam. They didn't believe it. Today, it is now clearer than ever to everybody. And you saw Ohrez and Igbo, their leader, coming out to begin to talk all manner of rubbish. I saw his spokesman in an interview, I think in Arise Television, was trying to campaign for vice president.
I saw the video, but I just refused to watch it so that I will not slap him.
Oh my God.
Even the president was asking him, but your boss said that no politician should go for anything second class. They should all go for presidency.
I
That
just
nobody should accept anything vice. Why are you not talking about vice?
I refuse to watch it because I will get so angry. So
these people are so shameless. No, I don't know how you can shame a shameless person.
The thing is that I think another video you can play as well. I don't know if you have played it also. Is the last interview of Adebanjo.
Adebanjo.
Yes. The last interview Adebanjo did some couple of either last week or so. Adebanjo, the head of Afenifere.
Yeah.
He warned us. He warned us not to go into this election. You need to look for that interview.
I'm going to look for it.
It's not long. He warned us not to go. He said in that interview, he said, I am 94 years old. I can die today, I can die tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying now is for you people. That he said in this interview, he said, even if APC give tickets to a Southerner, that the North will go as a bloc and vote for Atiku. So, because PDP did not give the ticket to Southerner, it does not matter. They already have their candidates in PDP. In that interview, he said it very clearly. He said we should refuse to vote. He said we should refuse to vote. I don't know if you have access to this thing. I can look for it.
I'm going to look for it. I will look for it.
I can look for it and send it to you because it will be something good. That these are the kind of things that people
very important. All those since this week I've been visiting all those old videos.
Yeah, because even this video is new. It's even new.
Yeah,
the video is new.
I think it should be new because I've not come across it. The one I have is old ones. Is one I have. I will check on it.
Yeah, I use new.
I will check on it.
If I exit, I will look for it and send it to you. Because these are the kind of videos that our people need to be listening to. Because that video was very emotional. Because he was talking about he can die any moment, but he does not want us to remain slaves forever.
That is why Mazen Nandekano respects that man so much. This is one man who has been consistent from day one.
Yeah.
He has been very, very consistent, outspoken. He doesn't hide his face. He doesn't hide his words.
Yeah.
This is the only man who comes in the public and question them and ask them, what crime has Mazen Nandekano committed? Is it a crime for you to defend your people? The same thing he's saying, the leader of Afenifere said that, but a leader of Ohanes Ndibo cannot open his mouth and defend Mazen Nandekano the way that man is defending him.
My brother, we said it.
You cannot do that.
You know that we said this thing before. What's it called? These Southern politicians, especially the Southeastern politicians, will never, I use the word never openly support the agitation. Especially the ones that have occupied positions. I'm not talking of the ones that are like they give contracts.
Yeah.
I'm talking of the ones that have occupied positions, sensitive positions. They will never. The reason being that when they do, they will go to jail the next day. They will never. So if we are expecting them, waiting for them to support, we'll wait forever.
Because nobody is waiting for their support. Nobody will ever think of waiting for their support.
Yeah, because these people, they know they have all their data, and that's why the Fulani systematically occupy all the sensitive positions: information gathering, data gathering, data analysis, corruption trial, ESCC, ICPC. They know everything. You understand? The CBN, Emefiele is almost like a Fulani toy. The CBN. So they understand all of this. So they have all your data. And all the politicians, like I said last time, all of them are corrupt. The northern politicians are corrupt. But the northern politicians,
very, very corrupt. The most corrupt politicians we have in that country, they are from the north.
But they have cover. They have cover. So that cover is what they are using. So the southern politicians will not be bold enough to say anything because they know they have all the information. And if they say anything, they are going to jail. So we are not really depending on them much. If they want to support, they can come and support in the secret. But we are not expecting them to come out and openly support because they know they'll be going to jail. So that's just it. We are not really waiting for them to support.
It's so sad. So as we are rounding up, my brother, I want us to talk on a very another issue. I would not like us to dig deep into it. We'll just talk about it a little bit and then before we close the program, because that issue is, I think the issue will be sorted out this evening. Someone Ekpa has a program, and I believe every Biafran watching this video now will key into that program in the evening. You see, some of us who have been following Someone Ekpa in Twitter, you see him posting so many pictures and some information, passing some information online, you know, and some people we are saying some certain things, some people we are saying one thing or the other, some on different directions. So I want us to talk about it. I believe you've been following him on Twitter.
Yes.
Some pictures he has been posting.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
Do you have anything to say about that? We'll just talk about it a little bit and then we wait for evening program. He has a broadcast in the evening where is going to make the full exposition. And I believe Biafra will key in.
Yeah, I would rather reserve my comments for after the broadcast because why? I have a little concern of posting those nude pictures. But the reason why I will not dig deep now, he may have his reasons for doing so. So I want to listen to him in the evening and I'll now make up my mind on what to say on this. So I believe he has his reason for doing that. But I myself would have been against posting those pictures on his platform. Because, you know, Twitter goes far and wide.
Yeah.
The Western world, they don't take nude pictures lightly. You understand? That's the concern I will have on that. But I'll wait for the exposition because right now, there is not much information yet.
Yeah.
Because he's posting bits and bits and bits and bits. He needs to put all those bits together. Let's see what is all about.
Exactly.
So for now, I'll reserve my comments.
Okay. Thank you very much. On my own side, what I have to say there, just as you said, when I saw those information, what I was thinking within myself, you know, the person we are dealing with is a monster. We are dealing with a monster here. Yeah. I was just trying to relate the issue about when there was a competition between Pharaoh and Moses. When Pharaoh and Moses were challenging, you know, with all the miracle that Moses was doing in the presence of Pharaoh, Pharaoh was not shaking. He never shake. With all the miracle, he never shake until the last minute.
Yeah.
And when you check the write-up that was following all those very things, all those very posts he was posting, he first of all gave a warning for her to come and confess.
Yeah.
Before he goes into this position. Knowing fully well that we are dealing with a monster that is very, very stubborn. I believe that he was trying to push her to be able to make that confession and withdraw from whatever she's doing. But as you can see, instead of withdrawing, she's going higher and higher, saying more. You know?
I thought
it was a kind of letting her know that he knows more than she believed that he knows. Because she doesn't believe that he has such information.
Right now, my brother, unless you know more than was posted, I don't think we have a lot of information yet.
You're right. You're right. I agree with you.
The only thing I could deduce from there that I can speak to, because I saw a lot of people commenting to saying, so DOS has been vindicated. So that's the only area I will comment on. You understand?
It's very funny. When I saw those comments, it was very funny. That DOS have been vindicated. Yeah.
So that's the only area I will comment on. And that leads me to my earlier statement that my understanding, and again, some people were saying, and see, that hey, I need to comment on this. I saw some posts there where some people saying, and you said DOS sold Nnamdi Kanu. He never said it. And I actually asked people that posted that to post any video where Sabepa said DOS sold Nnamdi Kanu.
Exactly.
Even initially, I was thinking like, because I noticed that he was always avoiding to use that language that is sold out, that is sold Nnamdi Kanu. Even Kanu, he is careful. He was careful initially to even say Even he never even said Kanu sold. So
it was Kanu that attacked him first. It was Kanu that attacked him several times before he responded to him.
Even in Kanu's case, he never really directly talk about soldiers. He was only talking about you knew and you refused to tell Biafrans.
Exactly. You
And
betrayed your
everybody
brother.
knows that. You understand? But for DOS, never in all his broadcasts, he never said DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said DOS are criminals and betrayers. He said there are people that betray Nnamdi Kanu on a second thought.
Exactly.
And you remember my analysis. This is my own personal analysis, not Mazi Samekpa. Remember my earlier analysis where I said I believe that they didn't know about this thing from the beginning. But they did after they knew. Maybe
they
monetary this thing. And that aligns to what Mazi Samekpa has always been saying. People just need to just look at even information available. Even I don't have information that Mazi Samekpa has. But looking at the bits and pieces, looking at what these people are saying with their mouths, you are able to put this together to know
exactly.
So, because he's accusing somebody of double agent, and he's directly saying that this person sold that, he sold Nnamdi Kanu. She's the only person that Mazi Samekpa has called directly out to say he sold Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah.
So, and that's why a lot of people they don't read in between lines. They just look at headline and say, oh, they'll just say he said he sold that. Just give me one.
Some of them we are saying that if he knew that this girl sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why didn't he say it all this while until now?
That's stupidity.
Thank you, my brother.
Now, the reason why that is stupidity is this. Number one, it took him time. Obviously, you will need time. You need before you can get information.
You must have your evidence. You must have your evidence to back up everything you have to say.
Now, before you can get your evidence, you may even need to get into the person.
Exactly. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you for using that word.
That is like an undercover agent.
God bless you for using that word.
You need to even win the person's trust. And so all those times
play along with the person. Play along with the person. Do everything possible. Play along with the person.
All those times he was saying, I am Nelly. Nelly is me. Is to buy into the person and actually knows exactly, because sometimes you may have a suspicion. Right?
Can I say something?
Let me finish before I forget my line of thought.
Okay.
So sometimes you may have information, but you need to validate that information. You need to be clear on what this thing is true or not.
That's right.
Now let me tell you one thing. I have this concern on Nelly, and I believe that Mazi Samekpa will have that concern. That will be something I will be thinking about. There was an audio that leaked when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Nelly called Chinasa Woru and was trying to make, tell Chinasa Woru for them to take over DOS. That was immediately Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped.
That's right.
Now, somebody like Samekpa would have heard that video and think, why did he have to do that? But for you to get the reason why he had to do that, you need to wait for the person. You need to work with the person, if possible.
Exactly.
You understand? Because it's possible that the way he approached Chinasa Woru, he approached him also. You understand? So he would think, okay, he approached Chinasa Woru. He wanted Chinasa Woru to work with him. So because Chinasa Woru did not work with him, he's approaching me. There must be a reason. But for you to get that reason, you need to be able to work with the person, get information from the person to know exactly what is going on. He worked with him for M branch, but eventually he has taken over M branch. That is smartness. It's smartness.
Exactly.
It's smartness. So people are like, you work with him for this thing. Why? If he didn't work with him, how will he get information?
Thank you, my brother. Chukwuokike, bless you. Thank you so much for that contribution. I really appreciate it.
I'm only just talking of hearsay. I want to really see the information that he has.
Yeah, everybody should key in this evening. Join Samanepa this evening. Join. Let's hear from our sister Linda. She's so strong. She's very strong. Let us hear from her.
I'm sorry that I've not been speaking since, but what Mr. Remo said, now I said I must say this. For people who are blaming Simon Ekpa of not reviewing that he knows something about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap. Now, what Simon Ekpa did by profession, I'm a journalist. What Simon Ekpa did in journalism, we'll call it participant observer. This participant observer, when a case becomes so tough that you find out that these people, these criminals, the way of penetrating them is very difficult. So one of you need to disguise yourself. You must do whatever they do. If they kill, you must also kill. If they steal, you must also steal, in order to get the source and every information you needed. That is exactly what Simon Ekpa did. For people who are blaming him that he didn't review, how can he review when he have not gotten enough evidence? That is exactly what is playing out now. This is all I have to say.
Thank you. We are almost ending on it. So let us do our closing speech. Ramos, please give us your closing speech before we close finally. Ramos, are you still there?
Yes. Let me just quickly buttress on what Linda said. A lot of us watch foreign movies, like American movies.
That's right.
And you will attest to the fact that if you are an undercover agent working assigned to bust a drug cartel, what do? You've watched movies where as an undercover police officer, even FBI, sometimes you'll be forced to even kill somebody.
Exactly.
For them to believe that you're actually working for them.
Yeah.
So people need to understand it, and I'm surprised people don't even understand a lot of this. CIA, you are working as a CIA. Yeah. For you to get the buy-in, to get the trust of the person that you want to bust, you need to do things that he's doing, and that is doing. That's how to investigate. So people who knows all of this will not be saying all those emotional rubbish jargons. I'm waiting in the evening. Just I'm home. I'm ready to really get the story of exactly what happened, and I believe after now we really need to move forward. And I think this is a distraction.
We need to.
Yeah, so we need to get over this. Let Biafra know exactly what went wrong, because that has never always been my decision. How can a president of over 70 million people be kidnapped like that?
Nobody knows what happened.
Nothing, and everybody just moving on like as if nothing.
$1 million question that is in everybody's mind.
It's absurd, and that was one of the problems I had with the DOS. How can a man of that capacity? He has a lot of people following him all around. We have that is
the major failure of DOS. They could not be able to provide any answer.
Yeah, we have a lot of IPOB members in Kenya. For good 8 days, our leader was kidnapped. Nobody said anything.
You ask a question, instead of answering your question, they will begin to abuse you, or they block you, or they send you out.
No investigation, nothing.
No investigation.
It's absurd. So let's really know what happened. Because from the tweet I've seen so far, he made it clear that it was her. And let's see.
That's right.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my brother. It's been a very wonderful one. I appreciate you, my brother Ramos. You've really done a wonderful job for us today. And I believe all the followers today must have enjoyed today's broadcast. And we pray that Chukwuokike will guide and protect you wherever you are. Continue to give you strength to continue to pass this information and educate our people. We will continue to encourage our people, continue to educate them, and continue to make them stronger. And we will never relent in our effort. Every Biafran, we must have to pay attention. Mainly listen to Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. If you are in Biafra land, pay attention. If you follow instruction, it will help you to save your life and secure you. There is no other thing you can do than to be able to fight this battle and finish it up at the right time. Oh, Bro Maxwell.
Yes, sir.
You are coming
yes,
in
sir.
while we are going. We are rounding up and you are just coming.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I missed the timing today. I'm so sorry. And I apologize to all Biafrans that are watching us. I'm so sorry about that.
We are giving our closing remark before you come in. So I will allow you to give combine everything, both your closing remark and your contribution today.
Thank you, sir.
I just brief you a little bit on what we discussed about. I don't know whether if you're on the background listening.
No, I'm just joining. I thought that I was even, earlier enough to join the program. I never knew that I was just.
We'll spend more than 2 hours already.
First thing, sir.
We'll spend more than 2 hours already. We are closing.
Okay.
We are closing. We'll spend more than 2 hours already. So we are closing now.
I am sorry about that. How is Sister Linda? She was not feeling fine the other day.
Yeah, by a special grace of Chukwuokike, she's strong. She's strong. By the grace of God, she's strong. So today we talked about so many things. The Peter Obi distraction, being a president or not being a president, the Ndibo lies, the failure of the Southeastern governors, the kidnapping of the prelate that came and made a confession to vindicate us from all the problems, and again the Twitter clashes that is happening, things that are going on Twitter. These are the things we touched. So just put things together and give us match it together with your closing remark. So maybe next Saturday you will elaborate on it.
Sir. Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to my brother that is in the studio as well. Everywhere, wherever you are, great daughters, sons and daughters of Biafra land, and the lovers of peace and freedom. I salute everybody. So I'm talking to you from Accra, Ghana. God bless you all. I will not waste most of your time, my brother Chooks, but I just want to pick one of them and speak on that is the kidnap of our father. I do not know how Biafrans will receive it. I know that it is something that has happened to us. He is one of us and a father. Okay, I am running 50-something years as well, but I believe that he is my father. But I am not happy. I am not happy with him at all. I am not happy with him. In fact, I think I am going to, disappoint most of my, admirers in this platform today. I would have wished if they killed him.
Wow.
I would have wished if they killed him. If the time when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was campaigning, shouting, to the extent Mazen Nnamdi Kanu developed cracked voice when he was advising them and talking to them, what did they tell him? What did they tell him? I have never heard this man spoken since the time, I have been following Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If he has spoken, I want someone to tell me. I am sorry to say this afternoon. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu asks him to provide 1 million naira to support ESN to keep our forests safe from those illegal terrorist occupants that are in our forest, would he have given? Would he have given? I'm asking our entire Biafrans. If somebody could have gone to him that time, this is what we are doing, please support. Even with 2 million or 10 million, would he have given? Today, because so they gathered up together and brought 100 million naira to give irredentist criminals to continue in the perpetration of heinous crimes in our soil. Is he not ashamed now that someone from outside came into your house, in your kitchen, and kidnapped you, and you couldn't do anything because they have guns? When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, all the agitators in the southeast, Biafra land, were agitating, what did they do? What did they do? Ndị okenye nọ n'ụlọ ewu mụọ nwa na nri. Ndị okenye arụ. I don't care what anybody will say to me, that whosoever that hear it, I would have been happy.
See,
no,
anything you like, you can say, my brother. You are not.
I'm telling you,
everybody's angry because not everybody has 100 million to pay, and the people that he said were in the borough pits that they said they cut their head, they were human beings. They were human beings.
Yes. Yes. So if he will provide such money and give to those idiots, those terrorists, to go and begin to carry on, they will enjoy. According to him, in fact, he did not stop there. He still, after this ordeal, he still preached about one Nigeria. What an insult to the agitators. I listened to him even when he was interviewed in Arise, and when BBC interviewed him, I commented bitterly there. I commented bitterly. I do not know if that is most of the comments I made there is the reason why Facebook is restricting my, the responses I'm getting from it. Why will you? People in the other side, their counterparts over there are going to visit terrorist bandits inside their den, negotiating with them. But the only thing they would do in Igbo land is what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, gossiping. After this ordeal, instead of him to change his stance about Nigeria, he still preached one Nigeria after this. That is where I found out that now juju they do these people. No be juju be that. Eh? A man in your own father's land, your ancestral land, a foreigner came from nowhere and kidnap you. And when people like man, glory be to God that God raised someone like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And glory be to God, even when they captured Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, God raised people like you, like Sister Linda. People raise people like God raised people like Simon Ekpa that are fighting. God raised people that have voice like Biafran Voice TV. I say, may God salute. God is in everything. Our God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
I mean what I say. And even if you wake me up tomorrow morning in my sleep or in my dream, I will still repeat what I said here today. How I wish that he was wounded. That injury got in the eyes. How I wish that one of those eyes was blinded, so that they will leave a mark on him. They will leave a mark on him. Thank you. I am disappointed. I said today, I do not know the reason why I came late. In fact, I am not happy. I am not happy. Lande Biara Abia, strangers are now the people. According to what I heard, Okigwe Aba Express Road, Okigwe Enugu Express Road is a no-go area right now. It's a no-go area in our land, in my mother's land. I will do whatever I can. I will do whatever I can within my limit as God has strengthened me to support this, peaceful agitation. I will do that. I will do all that I can. But what I will not like is people onye ajụrụ ajụ a na-ajụ onwe ajụla anyị again bịazikwa onye akpa agwa ka onye ajụrụ ajụ. What sort of nonsense is that? And it's not coming from the young boys. So if it is a young man like me that is doing it, I will say, okay, it is a young man. But this is coming from someone who is in his 60s or 70s.
My brother, you have the right to be angry. Even after telling us that they have a plan. He told us that they have a plan.
They have a plan. And you are still conversing. I don't like the way IPOB is doing. All we need is peace and one Nigeria, a better one Nigeria. Who told you that they will give you a better one Nigeria? Look at what is happening today. Close to my father's region here, there's a place they call Northern Region. And this not, that is the place they always like to come in first from. There are suspicious movements over there as we speak now, but the government is so active. The law enforcement agencies are so active. They've gone in again now to begin to search. And in fact, I even blamed them today when I was speaking on one of the the TV program here in Ghana. These are classified information. So you don't need to bring them out. Keep it, finish whatever you want to do, and when you want to release it, you release it at your own time. The public doesn't know it, and once you release your secret plan against a people that you are targeting that doesn't know, once it get to the public, they will hear it, and everybody will run away. The plan that they want to implement, and you want to arrest them on it, point blank, they will run away and leave you. And as time goes, right now they are doing what they are doing, and I love the way the government under this my president Nana Addo is doing it, especially in curtailing and trying to be proactive against these terrorist people. They want to come into Ghana. They want to come into Ghana.
That's a video. That's a video I saw today. Is it? I think it's Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso intercepted some people. They intercepted some terrorists that were heading to Nigeria. Well armed on their bike.
Yeah.
They are more than 100.
I said this one they saw.
I saw the video. They intercepted and they finished all of them. They leveled all of them. More than 100.
Yeah. Yes. There are some they brought. They were. In fact, they suspected. They're always on bike. They are always on bike, and this is
Burkina Faso released their own video.
This is what they saw.
Leveled them.
Okay. Okay, maybe these are the remnants of them are those ones that were running to Ghana and they happen to enter into the mountain areas and they have been cordoned. They have been cordoned since I think about 3 days ago, and we are trying hard. We are trying hard. At least it will not be like in Nigeria where their head and their sympathizer is on top of the whole thing. That is why it is happening the way it's happening in Nigeria. I'm not apologetic to anybody. So whatever anybody may like to say, let the person say.
My
but
brother,
for me, go ahead, sir.
You know, Abuja Declaration of 1989/1990 is total Islamization of Nigeria and by extension West Africa. Ghana is part of West Africa.
That's right.
And again, if you go back, maybe other this you see that if they can take West Africa, they will try the whole Africa. Right?
Yes.
Because even East Africa, they have a lot of Muslims there. It's just to make it more extreme. So it's what they are testing ground. That is what is going on. They are testing. If they can take Nigeria, they will have a lot of resources and a lot of food soldiers to use to take other countries. It will become very easy for them to take other countries because the resources will be there, the money will be coming, flowing, and they have a lot of population to use. Then we will take Europe. Then we will take Europe. London now, the mayor of London is a Muslim. Mayor of Leeds is a Muslim. A lot of they are Muslims. You know. So
yeah, you know, my brother. You know, one thing I would like to chip in here too before I go is you see there is a way they do their things and the people don't understand the system that they always operate. When they come into your space, they will come in peace. The first they send are the one you call the Bororos. These are the I'm not here to to destroy or stereotype anybody, but I am telling you the system they operate. There are good Fulanis, and we still have Fulanis who are Christians. Okay, I have a lot of them when I was in the north. I speak with them, I interact with them. I do not know why this kind of group mix up with them. I had them in Kano. I had them in Nguru. I had them in Kaduna. I had them in Mina, Kotangora. I had them in Bukavu. I had them in Masari area. I had them. You see, they are my friends, and some of them will come and visit me even in the barracks. We will sit down, we'll talk, and most of them are educated. When they come in with these people as if they don't, and they later on, as things are going on, they begin to assimilate with your system there, just like the one the bishop spoke about. That they said the father they gave birth to him. You know why? He even played soccer football. You know why? Stadium park or something like that. Good. So how will you now? It's just like me. You take me to the north now, and they are speaking Hausa or Fulani, and they think that I will not understand. I will understand. But do I have the intention to harm anybody there? The answer is no. But these people, when they come in, they will not use these people to come in. And whatever they do now, these people will be covering them. That is my problem with them. I have no problem with these people. And our people are helping them. Our people, some of our people are catalysts to all this thing that they are doing. I am not surprised. I am not surprised. What they did to Ojukwu is exactly what they are doing right now. There was a piece I was reading today. They call, is it a Dr. or Professor Sam Aluko? I think a Benue man from. I think he's from Benue. He was a very good friend to Ojukwu during those days. He was working with Ojukwu, and this man wrote. If you see the article this man wrote, I don't know whether he's still alive, but I saw the article today. I took my time. Took me about 40 something minutes to finish that article. What this man wrote there. What this man wrote there and all the things that happened. Some of them is so disgusting that I cannot even say it there. That happened from our own people. So disgusting. Yet they are still doing it. I say it and I'll continue to say it. A tribe or ethnic group or extraction that refuse to learn from history is doomed forever. And that is what is going on. Are you surprised today that Hope Uzodinma is even boasting that he brought them to come in? When you are asking them to come, do you know the people that they are sending to you? Do you know the people that they are sending to you? Look at how people are being killed and killed in cold blood in those areas in our place. Look at the military, medicine activities going on in the southeast. Where in the north is such thing going on? Who brought them? Who requested for them? It was our people. So I am not surprised. I'm not surprised. So the fact is this: for me, I would speak for myself. I will speak for myself, and I believe that all daughters and sons and daughters of Biafra land that are genuinely for this cause will maintain their stand and never to move away from where they are. It is going to be difficult. The Nigerian space have the monopoly of everything. If you make fee, they will push everybody and they will find a reason to do it. And no matter how they find a reason, and they have been exposed in the same path, just like this. When they kidnap people and slaughter people, behead people, they say IPOB, ESN. But today, God has used this same bishop now to tell the world and tell BBC that these people are not IPOB.
That is where I was coming on that very issue. When you were talking about that very man, that was where my mind was going. That
Yes,
we thank Chukwuokike Abiama who kept him alive, because
yes,
God has a reason for keeping him alive. You know, most of the time we lose a spokesperson. Most of the time we lose our voice, and God Himself will raise a spokesperson among the enemies. Those who doesn't want to speak. Sometimes God will force them to speak. You see, even the woman have acted as a spokesman for us.
yes.
Those of them have acted as a spokesman for us.
Brother Chooks, I was just exactly. You see, Brother Chooks, I was just speaking as an aggrieved human being.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
I'm speaking. I don't know the will of God, but the Ephesians. Is it Ephesians? The book of Ephesians says that all things working for good to them that love God, whether good or bad. We must give God the glory.
Yeah,
I would have suggested, like I said before, he should have gotten a mark, just like with the mark God gave to Paul when he arrested Paul in the Damascus.
He got a mark.
My brother, let me quickly add something.
Okay.
Now, let me quickly add something. What Chief Baba just said. God, there was a reason why God kept him alive.
Exactly.
Because he has virtually turned all this propaganda that was gathering momentum that BBC was using. He has turned it to null and void. Again, because I still give him kudos in an aspect, because it was impossible for him to try to keep quiet. Discuss by not mentioning the ethnicity of the people who are exactly.
If you watch closely the interview that BBC gave him, even the interviewer we are trying to drive his own attention. When the lady interview him was trying to drive the attention and talk about Southeast, he told the woman that there is insecurity everywhere in Nigeria. Why are you specifying on Southeast?
Yes. So now
I said what the BBC, you see the plan of BBC, but brother Erasmus, the plan of BBC failed ab initio. You see, The only where I hear him speak so fluently and freely was when Arise
Exactly.
was, interview.
Yes.
The Arise allowed him to speak, with
Feel everything
ease.
out.
But
Something were
Now,
BBC,
edited. That of
wait, my
BBC was
brother,
edited.
there's something I want to quickly say.
BBC
Even the
edited.
one
This
I
was
was talking
edited. They
about
arranged
was
edited.
the first interview. Immediately he came home from Channel. Now, if you listen to that interview, towards the end of the interview, there was a bishop, one of his bishops, who spoke. Do you know that the bishop was trying to say the government helped? And everybody in that thing was murmuring, saying, no, 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 no.
Exactly.
Then,
You're right. I
do you
noticed it.
remember?
Yeah.
So
no, I did not watch the
oh,
Channel
if you watch
interview.
that first interview, you will see the bishop,
Okay.
without evidence, without any information, was trying to tell us that the government helped in bringing security, and everybody in the hall was just murmuring, saying, no, no. Now,
Man,
let's
he's an idiot.
assume. Now,
He's
let's
also from
assume.
it's also a Biafran.
I believe so. It's one of his bishops. Now, let's assume that bishop was the one that was kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe he would have been able to speak the truth?
You come out.
No, it
He
will not.
would have covered up. Go
It
and
will
listen to
not.
that interview. You get what I'm saying? He would have covered
It's
up.
all right.
He would have covered up.
Okay. You see,
Thank you so much, my brother.
I
Thank you.
comment.
Let's round it up with
Let-
one minute closing remark.
Yes, I just want to round up. Then I go. I said, I bless all Biafrans wherever you are, and I bless in all your doings endeavors. May God bless you and prosper you and keep you safe wherever you are.
Bless
Do
you
not
too.
relent. The journey is going to be tough, and it will never be tougher than we have experienced in the past.
Never.
We will forge ahead, and as long as our God in heaven is with us, there is nothing the enemy will do. They will try, but they will fail. They will try, they will fall. They will try, and they will continue to fast. Now, onye na-achọ nwa ọkụkọ nwe ọsọ mana ịgịnwa ị ga na-ada
Ọchọ ọgwụ
and
na-ada.
ụfọdụ ada ahụ ị ga-ada ị ga-agbaji aka n'ụkwụ
Ọ ga-agbaji
Ndewo ndị ka ya gazie
onu. Onu ga ọ ya agbaji.
them.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Eramos, 1 minute.
I've already rounded up. It's fine.
Okay, you've rounded up. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So, my fellow Biafrans, I thank everybody who have joined this very program from beginning to end. I appreciate everybody who have contributed in one way or the other. Any place you are and you have contributed, I pray that Chukwuokike will guide and protect you. Everybody that's watching from Biafra land, please pay attention. Listen to Voice of Biafra, 97.5 FM at all time. Join Simon Ekpa broadcast and try to get clues, get informations. Equip yourself with information so that you can know what is going on and how to protect yourself. That is the only way for us to move forward. Biafra is closer than it is yesterday. It's much more closer. And if anybody tells you that Biafra is not going to come, it is very closer. And the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is drawing fast close. That is why you see revelations are coming. Revelations are coming. The whole world that need to be shaken are being shaken now so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can come out. Very soon he's going to come out and we will march into Biafra. Please stay focused. The sit at home, continue the sit at home Mondays and prepare yourself for the 2 weeks sit at home. We are not participating in election. We are not part of election. What we want is referendum. The only vote that we cast is the vote of referendum. Have it at the back of your mind and tell your neighbor. We are not part of any election. We are fighting for our independence and we continue to fight until the last man standing. And Biafra definitely will come. Thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are watching from, I pray that Chukwuokike will guide and protect you. Our sister Linda, if you're there, you can equally come and give us a goodbye and then we can close the program. See you again by next week, Saturday, by the special grace of Chukwuokike. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you for handling this so well. And I want to beg everyone watching this program, this name here, Chuk Survivor, this is his real platform name. He does a wonderful program. Please endeavor to always watch him, join his live broadcast, share his program. I thank you all, and I also pray that by next week, God should also give me the strength. I want to thank everybody that have participated in this program. Please share this program to any of your platform, whether Facebook, WhatsApp, or any platform that you belong to. And always join us 2 p.m. every Saturday. Remain blessed. May God Almighty bless each and every one of us.
win the war. Right on that one, right on that two. Right on that three. Una boy Nande. Nande go yetu aimo. Ome wone nisu. Amiruya. Abakare. Mama Ndabura. Una boy Nande. Nande win the war. Right on that.